Hello everyone, and welcome back to Technocracy Dominion here on Dork Tales. I hope you're all having a great night tonight. I'm your storyteller, Kelly, and I'm very excited to be here because we are delving once again into the corporate monopoly that is family here on Dominion. So, if you don't know me, I'm a longtime mage storyteller. I use he and him, and I'm very excited to be jumping into this. And as I do, I want to let you guys know content warnings abound. This game is going to feature a number of things, including sexual situations, horror, drug use, and deep psychological trauma. A particular warning for Clarissa, Donovan, and Angela. We are going to be using a private X card in our chat, so if anything gets too extreme, let me know. But this is a drug trip, so it's going to get pretty freaky. That said, we all know each other very well. We have behind the scenes discussions about this stuff. So our lines and veils are very prominently known between us all. They're not your lines and veils. So if we cross something that makes you uncomfortable, skip the episode, skip further in, come back. We'll be waiting for you, but take care of yourself first. Now, with that said, let's go ahead and meet everybody because we got to get rolling. We got a lot of stuff we need to do tonight, starting with let's start with Too Hot to Close His Tie, Cal.
Hello. I'm getting flashbacks to my manager talking about reminding me to put my tie back on back when I was in the biz. Hello, my name is Cal. I play Constantine, and we both use he, him pronouns. He's a he's just an NWO guy, you know, trying to maintain order. Not like these chaos folk. And what is that symbol? That looks like Scrooge McDuck's symbol, and that one's trippy to look at. Yeah, and I'm in the ivory tower. Constantine is the oldest and therefore smartest.
Phantasmic. Next to you, we have the one and only Rich Girl Robin. Also known as Baby No Money.
Yeah, that's more accurate.
Robin No Money.
Hi, I'm Robin No Money. Hello, I'm Robin No Money. I use she, her pronouns, and tonight I am playing Clarissa Bruce, the Syndicate Acquisitions member and CFO of Bruce Media Group, and hopefully angling for interim CEO, if you know all things go her way, what she's trying to do. But I guess we'll see what happens with that.
CEO No Money. Fantastic. Down beneath you, we have Chris, who it's a wonder you can see anything in those glasses.
I can barely see. I can see enough. Hi, I'm Chris.
Can you see why kids love the taste of Cinnamon Toast Crunch?
Cinnamon Toast Crunch? No.
Okay. Sorry to cut you off there. It was important.
It was important.
Silly rabbit.
Tricks are for kids. Damn it. It's amazing how much of that stuff just gets ingrained in your memory.
Mm-hmm.
Hi, I'm Chris. I go by Blogg in the chat to use he, him, and they, them pronouns. And tonight I will be playing Alistair, our half-brother to the other Bruce's syndicate enforcer.
Beautiful. Let's meet one of those other brothers right now. Well, he gets a leg up on the competition. It's Traz.
Yay, my leg. Wait, my leg. No, it's still broken. Anyway,
broken.
But hi, I am Traz. I use he, him pronouns, as is my character Donovan Bruce, our gene engineer progenitor and the last true son of the Bruce family.
That you know of.
Shit.
The ones from the concubines don't count.
Oh, well, then never mind.
Wait, this isn't Mage, Sumerian age?
Mage the Sumerian age, Mage the Bronze Age. Yeah. Mage the Hyborian age. Yep. Beautiful. Traz, anything else for your introduction?
I'm in danger.
You're in danger. But so is Donovan's fiance, played by Amy.
Hi, that's me. I'm Amy. Pronouns are she, her, or they, them. And I am playing Angela Gordon, the macro technician of the Iteration X, who is marrying into this family
For some reason.
for some reason.
For
Yep.
those dollar signs. Ooh, 0, 0.
Not even.
Not even. Well, I mean, you know, enough resources dots will convince anybody to join a family like this. Hey, folks, this game was originally broadcast on our Patreon, which, if you're watching this live right now, you are a member of the Patreon, and I love you. If you are watching this later on YouTube, I still love you, but consider joining the Patreon, because then you could be watching this 3 months in advance. Think about how many months in advance episode 4 is from when this first gets released on YouTube in August. So big thank you to everybody who supports us on Patreon, on the VIP tier and above, because you help keep the lights on and pay for things like the lovely art that you see here, as well as all the music you'll be hearing this episode. And like the shirt, you paid for that too. So thank you. Because my other dress shirt, my other white dress shirt is covered in blue paint. I can't de-tiefling it for every mage game. All right, so we're going to hop into game in just a minute as I remind you what we were doing before. But before we do that, is anybody doing any experience expenditures? I would personally suggest that the trio going to that little island, Elysian Wake, save it for after your little microdose experience. It's not a microdose. But you might want to change some things. But
yeah, I was gonna say, after we talked at the end of last game, I had bought a dot of correspondence potentially.
Sounds good.
But if things change after that, might change the XP around. But
it's totally fine. So that dot of correspondence will cost you 10 because it's out of tradition or out of convention, I suppose. All right. Anybody else have anything they need to ask? Beautiful. All right, so a quick update just to remind you where we were last time. Last time you all decided that you needed to start convincing other members of the board of directors to side with you for your bid for CEO for Clarissa. In doing so, you figured that you needed to seek and destroy, to isolate by teaming up to get the votes that you need to put yourself well over that 50% mark. Hopefully, maybe a little higher than that, even over like a 60 or 70% mark would be ideal. So you only have a few days to do this, so you have to work fast. The first 2 people that you decided to hit up were the incredible and terrifying rich man himself, Miles Brody, a major shareholder who believes that he is a time traveler from the future and lives on a private island off the coast of Vancouver called Elysian Wake. 3 of you went there, traveling to meet him, where he expounded on future knowledge as well as dressed you all in robes created by, woven in patterns of the dreams of extinct spiders from space, and got you to go into his ziggurat and enter the crucible of the mind, an ego-destroying trip that would give you a dose of super ketamine and help you overcome some of your drama. If you manage to do so and come out the other side intact or at least alive, he has no problem joining you in your little attempt to seize the throne. If you don't, well, that's just fun. And the other 2, the brothers, Alistair and Constantine, went to meet with Marisol Wen, the chief legal officer and general counsel, who had a little problem that needed to be addressed. Apparently, there was a former operative of, I believe, the Iteration X, a former engineer that was being held in a soon-to-be-purged facility located in the Burnaby area of Vancouver, and there you were required to unhook, I believe, this Ronin milk from this derelict facility where he was being used as a security device. And was it retrieve or kill? Do you guys remember?
I believe it was retrieve.
Perfect. Retrieve him before he can be completely purged from the system, along with all of the information that his noggin has in it. Seems like a fun night out. So as we are going into that, that is what is on the agenda for tonight. And yeah, I think it is about time for us to hop in. Oof, this is always a fun one. Okay, let's get... I think what we are going to do is we're going to go back and forth in that order, and we're going to start at Brody's mansion. So without further ado, let's begin this episode of Mage the Ascension, Technocracy, Dominion, here on Dork Tales. We find ourselves outside of Brody's mansion. You are making your way down to the ziggurat, past the immense multi-Olympic swimming pool that wraps around the rear of his manor. Now, the ziggurat is made of black glass and steel that reflects the light all around it, absorbing heat and channeling it. You're not sure if there are solar panels on the roof or built into the side of it, but there's a strange hum in the air as you approach. A drone that you can feel. If any of you have fillings, there will be a slight reverb in them as you approach. Brody turns and grins at you. He's dressed in the robes that he has provided for each of you as he stands before the ziggurat, smiling, wearing nothing beneath it at all. You can see that the little tie is not holding it all the way shut, and you can occasionally get a glimpse of something swinging in the breeze. Hey, all right. Hey, are you ready for some fun? Now, I gotta warn you, as we're going in here, this is the crucible of consciousness. This is... Oh, we're going for ego death, baby. Each of you has a hell of a fucking ego. And I promise, once you see past it, man, it is transcendent. You're gonna love it. You're gonna love loving yourself on the other side.
I always love loving myself.
Yeah. Yeah, I bet. Hey, just... one quick thing. Everybody's on birth control, right?
Yes.
Yes.
Great, great. Any of you on copper IUDs?
No.
Great.
No.
Great. Copper fucks with the wavelengths, man. It's really good for antimicrobial, but it's really bad for vibes.
Noted.
It's okay. Whatever. Look, hey, there's no cameras inside. Well, I mean, there are cameras inside, but they're not on record. They're more like monitoring vital signs, like, with this. Once again, he holds up that... It almost kind of looks like a high-tech version of the staff from Jurassic Park with a little digital relay on it. I mean, it's going to be monitoring your vital signs, but they're not really cameras so much as infrared cameras that are monitoring, blood flow, heat. We also, I love it, as we're going inside here, let's put on some jewelry. But we'll do that inside. Are you all ready?
Question.
Yeah.
I just had a realization that Angela's got the chronic depression flaw and probably takes antidepressants.
Oh boy.
So, no idea what that's gonna do.
You know what? I feel like that's a Google search. What does ketamine do to SSRIs? And
you die.
SSRIs. Oh, so it's an NMDA receptor agonist, antagonist. It doesn't amplify or inhibit SSRIs, but serotogenic.
Serotogenic? Or serotoninogenic?
It's serotonergic. Pathways
serotonergic.
Can be slightly affected, which may enhance mood effects.
Huh! Nifty!
Enjoy the trip.
Enjoy the amplifier. Enjoy the amplifier. Hey, team.
Clarissa's on cocaine too, so this is great.
Are they called instruments or foci?
Instruments usually.
Can meds be
Oh, 100%.
interesting? I'm learning.
Of course. He grins at you. All right. So, I need you to really be open to this, and I do want to say that, of course, consent is primary. Just tag out. But that said, I do want to say that just remember, you always have consent in life, man. Like, even when you're on like a bullet train, you don't have to stay on it if you don't want to, but just remember, if you decide to jump off, you got to deal with the consequences. All right.
Bring it on.
Understood.
Yeah, so try to tuck and roll.
Mm.
All right. And with that, he turns, walks up to the front of the ziggurat, places the staff in front of it, and the doors will whoosh open, revealing an inside where there are fractally repeating panels of triangle throughout the wall. The inside is dark. The floor is soft and yielding, and as you enter, you can see that the triangle pattern that makes up the wall, each about 2 feet by 2 feet by 2 feet, an equilateral triangle. The lights between them, well, the lines between them begin glowing slightly. And the room starts to become more and more saturated as you enter, almost thrumming with light and life as you enter. So, here you go. Each one of you, take one of these. He turns, and on the inside of the wall, you can see that there are these very soft, dainty little, almost like tiaras. They're honestly kind of similar to wraparound headphones, but they go all the way around and touch against the sides of your temples, not connecting in the front entirely. So, put these on. It'll help me monitor your vital signs, monitor your delta waves. Good. Cool. And because we're classy here, fuck.
Should we lie down?
I mean, the floor is lava. Actually, no, it's covered in cushions. It's pretty comfy. Here. And he's going to reach into his robe and pull out a vial he's wearing around a necklace. He's going to reach over to the wall, pull out a small mirror, and is going to start to just lay this kind of gray-blue powder down on this mirror. Fuck. Did you guys already get changed? Can you remind me?
Clarissa did, yeah.
I think that was part of like when we were heading over to the
Yeah.
I think so, yeah.
I think when we like had the drinks and stuff, I think that was like
yeah.
done.
I know Angela's kind of giving the robe we've been given like a side eye because it's probably very questionable.
It's very questionable. It's very comfortable though, I will say. Like it's like you're not sure what type of blend this is, but definitely it would get you stoned in the Old Testament. Lots of fiber mixing. Did any of you bring like a credit card or anything like that? Do you still have one on you, or
Is he asking this?
Yeah.
Or is this just a general? Why?
It's easier.
Leftover stuff.
Fuck. Okay, hold on a sec. Let me see what I got here. All right, fine. I could just probably use. And he's gonna just like start clumping up little lines with like his fingernail. Sorry, I didn't.
I'm just gonna kind of put his cane in front of him It's on top of here for me.
Was that?
My cane. Laying on top of here. I'll take it.
Fuck yeah, man. Do it. It's if I had some coke, that'd be a cocaine. Oh yeah, man. And he's gonna dump the rest of the powder out on top. Hey, so it's super easy. If any of you have a sinus cold, it's gonna clear it right up. Try not to sneeze. And he is going to lean down and go, an example. And is going to make a very surprisingly dainty snort. And is going to come up wiping his nose.
All right, let's get this party started. Clarissa will go next.
Okay. No worries. You are going to enjoy. It's going to tingle. There's a moment of like shooting pain as you do it. Like you've... it's kind of like you have inhaled like hot water up your nose or steam for just a second. And then the temperature in your sinuses changes. It goes from blazing hot to kind of like a menthol cool. And then it starts to tickle a little. You can see why he's saying don't sneeze. The need doesn't arise in you. He passes the mirror over to Angela. Donovan, what do you do?
If it's on scan, you'll
Okay.
I'll do it.
Okay. And Angela?
Yep. This is what we're doing.
The sensation is strange. You feel it just surge around you. And it doesn't take long at all. He smiles at you, and then the room starts getting a little liquid. Everything starts to shift a little bit. Not necessarily like an hallucination, but just the shadows on the wall for a second kind of make you feel like you're in a gravitron, like one of those spinning festival rides. Yeah, maybe sitting down is a good idea. And he is going to smile, take a couple of steps back, and T-pose as he falls backwards onto the cushioned floor in the center of the room with a pfft.
Hell yeah. Clarissa will do the same.
All right.
Feeling floaty.
Angela, Donovan.
John probably tries to sit down more gently just with his leg.
Yep, fair. I will say your leg doesn't actually hurt at the moment.
Probably see him kind of kicking it a bit more freely, going, I haven't felt this like this in years.
And Angela?
I think she's just gonna sit down and is gonna just kind of be quiet.
And then it feels like someone steps on you. And the background melts away. You feel yourself moving back and forth through this tunnel. And then your consciousness begins to fade into a blur. But I think we'll come back to you guys in a minute. Meanwhile, the brothers. You find yourselves in Burnaby, having hopped into Alistair's javelin, I believe it was, and
Yep.
have driven out to the edge of town. Now, there, right across the street from Rhino Industries, where they shot one of the local R-rated superhero movies, if you are in the know, you can see these water treatment towers. They're giant cylinders that seem to burrow into the ground. Each one is about 50 feet tall, and you imagine that it goes quite a ways under the earth. In fact, knowing that the facility that's here exists means that it most definitely does. The two of you are sitting inside of Alistair's car looking at this monstrosity of a building. There's a security fence outside, as well as a little gravel driveway that leads up, although to be fair, you don't need to drive your car up. There's street side parking around here, and the actual water treatment silo is 30 feet on the other side of the fence.
All right. I think this would be just a quick little scope out to get the area, because I don't want to leave my car anywhere near this place.
No, it's not
So just kind of
necessarily there's a residential area pretty nearby. Like, this is in Burnaby. In fact, the SkyTrain line is like half kilometer back.
Okay. And I also want to, I'm going to, while driving, mention to Constantine, is there anything you need to get, or are you ready to go?
I'm ready if you're ready.
Let me just get rid of the car somewhere.
It's in the middle of the day. What time of day is it, Kelly?
Right now, I'd say it's probably around like 2 or 3 in the afternoon, unless you wanted to go a bit later.
Oh, and there's no staff. Like, this is shut down.
This
like,
is shut down.
Chains.
Yep.
While you're, while Alistair is kind of driving around, scoping the place out, but like looking for a parking spot, does it seem like can I spot any cameras that are in like obvious locations?
Go ahead and make me a perception and, do you have security on your sheet, or has it been replaced by larceny?
I have. Where are ya?
M20 changed all of my old rules, and I still am remembering what skills exist, because everything's a write-in. Why don't we just say perception and alertness?
Ooh, perfect.
You could also use streetwise if you prefer, though.
Streetwise, ick. Alertness. And the difficulty, good sir?
The difficulty on this, it's daytime. I'll say 7.
Ooh, that's more than 1-1. Which brings it down to 1.
1 success.
Dang. 1 success.
Taking a glance around, what you're going to see is that there are a couple of CCTV cameras located a couple of traffic lights. Besides that, there are some cameras located across the street at Rhino Studios, as well as you're pretty sure there's, like, looking up at the facility, you can see that there's an old rusted sign that says this area is monitored by cameras. But you're not seeing any. If anything, there's probably one at the entrance. There might be like one overhead camera, one of those old big security box numbers. You know, the kind from like the movies from like the 90s. You think you have a decent idea of the layout. You can obviously dodge the traffic cameras and the ones across the street.
I'm going to. Let me know if this is in a thing I can do. I have a single dot in data sphere.
Okay.
Would I be able to somehow find the kind of like blueprints for this facility or something similar with that? Or am I thinking about that?
I mean, you might be able to. So using the data sphere,
or could I guess I could X-ray. I guess I could use forces to kind of like.
So you could absolutely use forces and data to basically look for like power lines and like basically do forces 1 would allow you to do basic like electricity sense, so you'd be able to almost see like the lines of power. But you could also use
like
data
that.
1 to look, data 1 forces 1 to basically look for not only the lines of power but where like feeds are being sent.
Yeah.
So you could see if cameras are connected or not.
Let's do something like that.
You can also use forces 2 to short out machinery.
Yeah. Let's see if I need to short anything out.
Sounds good.
First, if I can.
It's very cyberpunk after a while.
Is that too cyberpunk?
Welcome to Mage.
All right. What would I roll for that? Enlightenment?
You would roll Enlightenment, yes. So we're going against a difficulty of 3.
Uh, 3.
All right, 3 successes. That is going to be enough to activate the effect and keep this up for up to basically the rest of the day. So, one thing, Cal, your difficulty to do magic goes up every 2 effects that you have hold. So if you have 2 active effects, it goes up by +1.
Oh, interesting.
4 active effects goes up by +2. So it's every 2, it goes up a little bit.
Ooh.
And you can release them anytime.
Oh, okay. I like it.
Yep. So
It's
it just basically is like you're a little more concentrated on
the amount that your concentration can hold at any given time. Okay.
Yeah, so you can do 1 without any difficulty problems. So you're going to see that you're going to see the layout of feeds and signals. Now, I'm assuming that you're looking at telecommunications signals. So you are going to see lines of power and signals radiating out around you. Now, I have to ask, as you're doing this, what's your focus for forces? Like, what are you doing to do this? Do you have like a device that basically like reads things?
So I have gadgets / kata. I'm still kind of learning everything.
Yeah.
I somehow learned more and got more confused after talking to local expert Jen about Mage. And I have kata / gadgets under forces.
Okay.
Gadgets being the instrument and kata being like a focus or like a preparation.
Like martial arts katas?
Yeah.
So you could do a number of things. So like you could have a tablet, you could have a gadget, you could have a contact lens that you put in your eye.
I like the contact lens. Like I feel like episode 1 we established like gadgets and just like future tech.
Well, think of the way that the Batman had him have those record, like that's totally. We kind of have stuff that's kind of like that. Like we have focal contacts that zoom now.
Hell yeah!
Like why
so
not?
I imagine his smartwatch is like connected to.
Yeah, absolutely. So you are going to be able to see like the overlay of energy coming out. You can see that Alistair's car has a satellite radio installed, I'm pretty sure. It has a GPS signal that is kind of pinging off of it. Both of your phones, including any additional phones you might have. are pinging. Smartwatches that might be connected to any type of Wi-Fi signal, you're also going to be able to notice. And you are going to be able to see that the CCTV networks that are linking there are going to be visible for you. And you're going to see that, in fact, there are 2 cameras inside of the facility. One on a telephone pole that is obscured by a seagull presently that is asleep on top of it and has built a nest there. It's partially obscured, you think, but it's still on. But the seagull was blocking your view. And because it's Vancouver, it's just flying rats everywhere. And then looking up at the top of the facility, you cannot quite see it, but you can see the lines of power connecting another one to the entrance point on top.
Our friend Steven is helping us out. But we'll just stay out of sight. You ready to go in, or
Yeah, let me just get changed quickly. I'm gonna put on a shittier suit.
a shittier suit?
This one's nice.
Oh.
I'm not walking in
I
there
thought
with...
that was your
Oh, fuck you too. And I'm just gonna switch suit jacket and just kind of like, I'm still gonna wear a nice suit, but just grab something a little bit more stretchable.
Okay.
From the back. And then while I'm doing that, I'm just like,
put on some jeggings.
yeah, right. It's like, so Seagull, did you notice any of the others yet, or?
Of the other...
You scoped it out, right? Where are we looking at?
Yeah. Steven is playing interference for us, and if we go behind the other one, we should be able to get in fine.
Okay. Where is the other one?
Somewhere up there.
I want to use just perception and illusion and just see if I can figure out the best places for there to be cameras and try and figure out the angles of what their field of vision would be like.
Sure, absolutely. Go ahead and give you that roll at a difficulty of, for the rest of the cameras, difficulty 6, and we'll see how many successes you get for the other one.
Do I have a specialty? I do not. Damn. 3.
3? Okay, so you get a good sense of the field of view. You actually think that because of that seagull nest, you're looking at maybe half visibility on that one. Luckily, it looks like if you hang close to it, you could probably cut under it without it even noticing you before you hit the side of the rickety iron stairwell that runs up the side of that tower. The other ones, you can easily maneuver around them. They're not worried about you. They are worried about the massive trucks that are coming in and out of Rhino Studios that are basically feeding their green screens and bringing in like all sorts of props for whatever volume they're using right now. Because let's be honest, they are using a version of the volume over there. And for those who don't know what the volume is, it's how they filmed The Mandalorian with giant television screens everywhere, so that it's rendered in real time. It's pretty dope.
I saw that. That's wild tech.
It's wild tech. It makes the acting a bit better.
Imagine what the government had about, in the late 60s when they landed on the moon.
Okay. All right, buddy. However, as for the other one, you think that there's probably a camera right over whatever the entrance point is up top. That one you'll have to deal with when you actually get there.
Okay. What other kinds of access points can we see?
Right now, it's looking like...
That's outside of the view of the cameras.
Outside of the view of the camera, you could scale the side of it. Or you could try to disable it and take the stairwell up. It's a 40-foot climb up the sheer side. Nothing that a little bit of muscle couldn't handle, especially if you brought your climbing gear. But besides that, it looks like only the 2 ways to go inside. Basically, if you are looking at it, it's a big circular building that's about, I'd say about 80 feet across, about 40 feet high, and yeah, it's quite large. And the stairwell has 3 landings that kind of like loop around the side of it, clinging to the side. It's quite rusty, probably noisy, and maybe rickety. Probably not OSHA compliant.
I don't.
What are you thinking, Al?
I didn't bring any climbing gear, but we're gonna have to deal with that camera before we go in. If we go through the main stairwell there.
What if? Well, if we deal with it, if no one's probably watching these live, right? But if we deal with the camera, that might actually alert somebody who's asleep watching like 6 monitors. If there's anybody even in the room, or an off-site like tech, we could just pull our jackets over our heads. They're gonna know we were here anyway. Well, I mean, after we leave, they're gonna know we were here, right? Like they're gonna know at least somebody came in here. So why overcomplicate things?
All right, you take the lead. And
That makes
I wanna
sense,
try.
right? You want to what?
I want to make sure that with my very firm grasp of mathematics and angles of the camera, that when I'm doing this, I'm behind behind Tom.
Okay. So you're using magic for this?
Oh yeah, no, I do want to try and get perfect timing to be lucky enough to just perfectly slide
You
through.
hide behind.
undetected.
So let's go ahead.
Constantine's massive girth.
So I think what we should do is let's use ability enhancing magic.
It's all about
So
the angles.
So give me an enlightenment roll at a difficulty of 3. Every success you have will lower the difficulty of your stealth roll by 1.
I don't use stealth. I use illusion, which is specifically the art of not being seen.
Fair. All right. Well, it'll lower that by a number of successes then, or a number
That'll
of.
be by 3.
Okay. And then Constantine, you have the arcane background. Oh, pardon me, or cloaking, I believe it's called if you're a
I
Technocrat.
do.
What's your rating in that?
2.
Cool. I would like you both to make me a dexterity and stealth, or dexterity and illusion, Michael. Tricks or what? Never mind. It's never going to be out of my head. Thanks, Arrested Development. Go ahead and give me a dex plus whichever skill you are using there at a difficulty of 4 for Constantine and 3 for Alistair.
Five
successes? Yeah, you're fine.
It was difficulty 4.
Difficulty 4.
Oh, I rolled 4 4s and a 5, a 9, and a 1. So
5 successes.
I don't even see you.
the 1 took away one of the successes, so 4.
Okay. Wait. 4, 4, 4, 4, 5, 9, 1?
Yeah.
That should be 5 successes then. At difficulty 4. Because probably the 9 got 8. 7,
The
6,
9
5, 4.
got 8.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Math.
So both of you basically just do the old, like, nobody can see me if you're not looking at me, and hustle up the side. Can I... So, quick question as you're doing this, though. I would love one more roll from both of you, and is, are you going to try to fit under the chain link fence? Are you going to try to scale it? Or are you going to try to, like, just kick it open to get inside of the facility
I'm
first?
parkouring over it.
Okay.
Yeah. Scaling over
Then
it.
just Give me a quick Dex and Athletics roll.
Be
Difficulty
hilarious
of
if
7.
it'd be hilarious if it wasn't binded to the poles and we could just go under it. Athletics.
Athletics and Dex, yeah.
Oh crap.
Oh, it's gonna be a
That's
one
awesome.
day.
And sorry,
today, huh?
difficulty 7?
Difficulty 7.
4.
4? Yeah, you're fine.
Oh, it would be 3, but I got 2 1s. That's 1 success.
1 success. Okay, so it's going to take you a minute, basically. You're wearing not really the best shoes for scaling a chain link fence. Your shoes are too nice. But
I
both of you are going
refused to change.
both of you are going to make it over. Alistair is going to basically, like, do a running jump, catch the top, and basically just flip over with 4 successes. Hits the ground, and you're going to hoist yourself up and over, trying not to tear the crotch of your pants, which you successfully do not. Maybe you should have got some
You should
jeggings.
come to the gym.
Careful. And
Sometime.
hey, okay, Mr. Jeggings. You ever have to like lift up, like lift something up, and you're like wearing like a suit,
Yeah.
and you like awkwardly get the riffraff hunch?
Yeah.
I imagine Constantine landing like that and having to straighten everything out annoyingly.
Alistair specifically changed to a suit
Yeah,
that's a little bit more
yeah.
roomy so he can do that kind of shit.
Perfect.
Where'd you get those anyway? Lululemon?
It's good stuff.
Okay, I'll check it out next time.
Hiding yourselves.
I know a guy. I can get him to make one for
Nice. Hiding yourselves under your suit jackets. You take the stairwell up. Your hard sole shoes are going to clang against the stairwell as you rush up. You've completely obscured yourself from these cameras, and as you climb up, you'll circle the water tower and see that there is a small stairwell leading down inside of the rim as well. It goes down about 10 feet, and there you're going to see that there is an old rusted metal door with a security panel. There is in fact a camera over top of it, built into the side of the wall. Has a pretty basic view, almost like an ATM camera, that's looking out over the entry point.
Are you able to? It's looking at the entry point, but not the wall that it's on, or is it kind of just facing straight down like an ATM?
It is right above the door and kind of like looking down, like a security camera in Metal Gear Solid.
Because I'm wondering if I could just throw my jacket over it.
Give me a Dex and
jacket roll.
I will let you do your choice of Dex and Athletics or Dex and Etiquette.
Were we supposed to have dots in etiquette?
Oh my god.
Athletics it is.
How do you not have points in Etiquette? You're a spy.
Did you see how I
Oh yeah, fair. That's no, you're
I
right. You're right.
interacted with the
Dex and haute couture.
Wow, it's a 1 day today. What was the difficulty?
It's a Monday. Difficulty on that's gonna be 5.
Again, would be 3, but I also got 2 1s, so it's one
Okay.
success.
You duck under and throw your jacket over top of this. It starts to slide down, but those bunchy shoulders of your jacket, it catches on a shoulder pad and just starts swinging back and forth there. Now, all you have to do is get through the security lock. What looks like an old hand scanner.
You got this?
Yeah, I got it. A hand scanner.
Mm-hmm. One of those big green pads with the outline of a hand on it.
Oh, I got an idea. I'm gonna take out like one of those blue, like rubber gloves.
Mm-hmm.
And going to access my watch. Beep 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 beep.
Okay.
And I'm going to try to connect it to actually even better. And I'm going to try to see whatever the last fingerprints were on it.
Okay.
Like maybe either like, what do they do in the movies? Like
Powder?
with a mist or like a powder.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
And then like lift it off with the glove, or like emulate it with the glove.
Okay. It sounds good. So here's where we're going to take a step back. Now, Cal, you are new to Mage the Ascension. So what we're going to do is I'm going to talk to you really briefly about the difference between what is happening in game and what is happening in the mechanics. So in the mechanics, what you were talking about is like using like life and matter to pull things off. Do you have any points of matter?
I have 2 points in matter.
Oh, then never mind. You could totally do that using matter. So why don't we say that this is a matter and forces roll? You're basically using the digital, like the, I guess you could do it two ways. You could use data 1 and matter 1 to basically key that in, or you could use forces. So yeah, that totally works. I was thinking you didn't have any matter, and then you would just be doing a forces effect that uses that to make it happen, because what you're going to learn is half of Mage is bullshitting with what's in front of you. And you might not have this thing, but you basically have this thing inside of the metafiction. So why don't you go ahead and give this to me? Give me an enlightenment roll at a difficulty of, you're using your gadget, so give it to me at a difficulty of 4.
One. Ooh. A 4, 9, and a 1.
Okay.
So 1.
1 success. All right.
Wow, there's a 1 curse.
There's a 1
today.
curse.
I don't like that.
You start to program it in. You start to lift it, press it, and you see that the little beach ball of loading is like, you're not sure it's going to work. You've only got half the successes you need to make this work. Would you like to try again at difficulty of 5, keeping the roll going?
You can spend a willpower too.
You can also spend a willpower for an automatic success.
So it's like pushing the. Yeah. Let's push it.
Okay, so
and
go
I
ahead.
will spend a willpower.
Yep. All right, so spend a willpower and make me that roll.
Come on, go away 1s.
Okay, so we're looking for 5s now.
Did I say that? 1, 5, 7. So I just got 1 success, but I bought 1 success. Yeah, so 2, including the willpower.
Okay, well, that means it's a total of 3. You needed 2 to be able to override this thing. So that's perfect. The little loading wheel is going to go. Bing. Welcome, Hauser.
I guess the last guy to come in here, his name was Hauser.
J.R. Hauser.
Yeah, no shit. Let's go. Like, try and push him in a bit and go.
All right. With that, you're going to burst open the door. And I think that's where we're going to pop back into our psychedelic experience. We're standing on a carpet. Angela, The world is spinning around you. The carpet beneath your feet is red and stretches past the open car behind you. There's a whirl of motion, and the faceless driver, who is nothing but a blank face with a giant smiling mouth that reaches up to where the corners of his eyes would be if he had them, is going to bow, tuck his chauffeur's hat into his chest, and the car is going to eat him, becoming a mouth that consumes him and then swallows itself into oblivion. You are not alone. The world is surrounded by a writhing mob of people. Dark shadows with bright, hungry smiles. They want you. They crave you. And in each one of their hands, they are holding something that is more terrifying than any gun or knife. Each one of them is holding a DSLR with a bright flash on top. Camera flashes explode all around you. You can hear voices. Angela, 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 look at me, Angela, 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 look at me, Angela. You can see that there is a way through them, but the flashes of light are a gauntlet. On the other side, there is a door. It is a little push bar. Somehow you're outside, but the push bar in front looks like an exit in a movie theater. There's even a sign above it that says exit in green letters, although the letters are reversed. And you, as you're watching, you're seeing these block letters go exit, exit, and are beginning to kind of like move around each other, kind of floating inside of the exit box. Do you try to push through? Do you try to escape? What do you do?
Definitely want to get out of here and not be in front of a bunch of people with cameras. That's the worst.
Okay. Do you continue? Do you take a step?
Yeah.
Angela, Angela. A camera flash goes off in your face.
No comment.
The camera
No
flash
comment.
erupts in your eyes. And everything goes black. You can only see a little slit of light. Something's tickling your face. It's an old suit jacket. It's dangling from up above you. Everything around you smells like either mothballs or dry cleaning or laundry soap. The floor of the closet that you're in is carpeted. It's soft underneath your hands, and you can feel your fingernails breaking as you knead into it. And outside, you are going to hear a shrill voice that you only half remember the tone of. You fucking ruined my life! I don't know why I bothered to marry you. You're such a pathetic piece of shit, you limp dick little fuck! I hate you. I hate you. My mother said I never should have married you. I shouldn't have shat out that fucking kid for you. I never wanted either of you. I wanted a man, not whatever the fuck you are. You pathetic little child. I hate you.
Just gonna put our hands over our ears and just kind of like curl up more.
You can hear your mother doing what she always did. This is the only memory you have of her. The only memories you have of her are that voice, that nasal shrill that goes like a banshee. You were never afraid of ghosts or witches from horror movies when you were a kid. You never told anybody this, but they always made you a little nostalgic. When everybody else was watching movies like The Blair Witch Project and freaking out, you were trying not to cry. Not because you were scared, but because you weren't sure if you missed her or hated her after she left. You feel your fingernails bend backwards as you clench them against the side of your head. And then light floods in. You're not sure if it was hours, days, years. But your father opens the door, his face a ruin of tears. He's wearing jeans, a t-shirt, and 1,000 pounds of regret on his back. And he kneels next to you. And he is so massive. You are so small. And he holds you. He reaches out and you feel yourself pulled up against his frame, the layer of fat on top of those strong dad muscles. He is trying not to cry in front of his child and failing. Angie. You gotta promise me never let anybody hurt you like that. Okay, you deserve better than me. You're a good girl. You deserve better. You deserve better. A camera flash pulls you out. Angela, look over here. You've made it one step. Would you like to continue?
Yep. She's
Cool.
probably also crying.
Can you make me a willpower roll? Difficulty of 6.
Sure. Okay.
If you fail and would like to continue, you may spend a willpower point.
Okay. And this is
Just willpower. It's your current willpower.
okay. Yeah, looks like I've spent 2 since we started, and I haven't recovered them yet. So, okay, 3 dice. Oh, thank goodness. 10s don't explode for this, I don't think.
I'll allow it.
Okay, and you said difficulty 6?
Difficulty 6.
4 successes.
Okay, you can easily continue without spending a willpower. Another flash goes off in your face. Hey! A text prompt is blinking in front of you. It's old MSN Messenger. Right before Facebook got its chat. Before Discord, before all of that. You can
Am I able
see...
to interact with it?
You absolutely can, yeah.
Okay. Obviously, the first thing I have to do is type Rafflecopter.
Okay, you type Rafflecopter. And you get Rafflemow in return. No, but seriously. You see the screen name. XX Binary Tears XX. You deserve better. Benny. Riley Navarro. Your friend. You know this conversation. Look, you deserve better. This is fun, but like, I don't think we're that kind of friends. I think we should just be, normal again. And as you're staring at this screen, all around you, other screens are blooming to life out of the corners of your eyes. They're flooding messages. Half-insane teenage confession postings. Late-night Skype calls through old broadband. The crackly kind that's constantly, like, janking and losing connection. Emo playlists, Evanescence, and My Chemical Romance. And then other things. Amidst the shit posts, you can see art projects. You can see pictures. Pictures of cutting scars. The peeled flesh and the cut flesh give way to other exposed flesh. They're pictures of two teenage girls sending each other pictures that are just meant for each other. Bordering on that cusp between eroticism and very low self-confidence. You wonder how much she wanted you to tell her she was pretty in the nudes. You wonder if she wanted you to say that she was pretty because she wanted you to think it, or because she wanted someone to think it. When Angela was a teenager, I need to know, are some of the cutting pictures hers, or are they strictly Binny's?
Not Angela's.
Okay. You deserve somebody better than me. I don't know how I feel about anything.
Yeah,
Can we just...
that makes two of us.
Good. So we can just, you know, we could stay, I mean, still good friends? Still best friends?
Yeah, of course.
Awesome.
Mhm.
Did you see, did you ever watch Equilibrium?
No?
We should watch it. Like, we can sync up our Skype and we can watch it together on Friday if you want.
Sure. As long as it's not another weird one.
It's totally weird. Christian Bale doesn't have emotion, so he takes drugs.
Okay, so, you know, par for the course then.
Yeah, you know, guys. I gotta go. My mom needs on the computer. Thanks for understanding.
Yeah, thanks for listening.
Disconnected. Angela. You're pulled back. The door is getting a little closer. Can you make me another willpower roll?
Still difficulty 6?
Still difficulty 6.
1.
1. All right. You are going to continue forward if you choose.
Yep.
There's another flash of light. And as the light flashes, it is replaced by a piece of white paper covered by little black letters. The name of your university. You've been accepted. And then you see beneath it the estimated tuition. Your father does okay. No one's father that you know does that okay. As you are looking at that, and you feel the piece of paper start to crumple in your hand, the little letters, the little black specks begin to move on the page. They begin to swarm off of it like little black gnats that float around you, buzzing. Buzzing and swarming around you until they form a body. They form the shape and silhouette of a human. It adjusts a pair of glasses that it's not actually wearing. Oh. Can't afford it, huh? I saw the hacking challenge that you did. Very impressive. I think we can make it work. If you want, I can help support you.
Like a scholarship?
Scholarships have trails. This would be... I could put you in touch with a work-study program.
That would be amazing.
I would absolutely love to see you do to the world what you did to that NSA database. It was elegant. It was beautiful. I haven't seen work like that in years and years. You remind me of So Cool 420 or Iceman. Oh, you have so much potential. I want you to come out and visit my company first, off the books.
Of course. When? Like,
I'll email you the itinerary immediately. I'll have a car pick you up from SeaTac. Trust me. You're going to love getting a tour of Olympus Systems, and once we get you into MIT or wherever it is that you want to go, the sky is the fucking limit. I just need one favor. One little favor. How good are you at making friends?
Not that great.
Don't worry.
I kind of freeze up.
Hey, it's okay. Even the best code has the occasional bug in it. You'll get better. There is a flash. I need another willpower roll.
dice not failing me quite yet.
Okay.
That's 3 successes.
3 successes. The bugs dissipate around the man with the next flash and swirl. The swirling insects buzz around you, and a fly, lands onto an eyeball of the man looking up at you from the carpet of the restaurant.
No.
Your father is dead on the floor of a restaurant. You're home for the holidays. The fly works its way around to his pupil and vanishes into the shadow of it. And his dead eyes stare up at you.
Hey, this is not funny. Wake up. Get up.
You reach down, and as you touch his body, it floats up, and he's on a gurney. No, he's on a sliding drawer. And a doctor, an impassive doctor, is staring at you. I'm sorry. There's nothing we could do. The autopsy showed massive organ failure.
That doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, he was under a lot of stress. He said that he worked very long hours. Sometimes life doesn't make sense.
So, what, this is it?
I'm afraid so. And he's going to
What am I
turn,
supposed to do now?
and he slides the drawer shut hard, slamming it. He slams the drawer of the morgue so hard that you swear it's going to shoot the body off inside. But the door bounces. And as it bounces, it becomes smaller. And it rolls back out again, 1, 2, 3, 6 inches. It's not a morgue drawer, it's a file cabinet. You're in your condo. You've gone into Donovan's office looking for a stapler to do some work with. Because you're still doing fucking paperwork for certain things. Or maybe it was a USB thumb drive. Or maybe it was a power cord for your laptop that you forgot at work. You can't remember. You just remember grabbing something off of the top of the file cabinet and looking down and seeing that there was a file open. One of his case files from work that said massive organ failure, systemic drug trial failure. And the file folder behind it, and the file folder behind it, stamped with failure, failure, failure. Apparently it only takes 1, maybe 2 doses to cause massive organ failure. And as you're looking at that, you remember the fight you were having at that restaurant. Angie, I just don't know if this is good for you. Okay? I don't want you ending up like me, okay? You deserve better than I got. I don't want you to run off just... I've seen the way those people act in the media. I don't know if this... I love you. I don't know if this is right for you. I don't know if this is right.
I know what I'm doing.
Do you? Do you know what type of people these are?
Of course I do.
I have my doubts. Do you know what type of people these are? He says again and again and again as the file folders start to drip blood. And you're back on the red carpet as the blood hits the ground. Can I get a willpower roll, please?
Okay, it's not a botch, but it is a fail.
All right, you must spend a willpower to continue.
I think she's just gonna stop and breathe for a second, because it's, I think she's had a few too many punches in a row there.
Okay. Are you stopping here?
I think she's gonna stop.
All right. Looking around you, you can see the flashes getting bigger and bigger and bigger as the light consumes you.
Can she cover her ears and close her eyes?
Yep. You're going to lose all willpower points.
Cool.
And for the next 24 hours, you are going to have a phobia of crowds.
Great.
And as you collapse, the light is flashing over and over and over. And I'll tell you the rest of what would happen later.
And she is sobbing quietly.
Okay. And I think this is a good place for us to take a break. So folks, don't go anywhere, and we'll be right back. Hello, everybody. Welcome back. We're not going to do any chat talk because I got a bunch of trauma to dish out. Apparently, people want to make a t-shirt of it now, so that's pretty great. So, just checking in. Amy, you're good? You needed ice cream after that, which is great.
Yep. And
Okay.
some mini eggs. I ate those already.
Oh, man. I want mini eggs. Okay. All right, so with that, welcome back to Mage the Ascension, Technocracy Dominion here on Dork Tales. I think it's time for us to head back in as we head down underneath the silos in the facility. Now, in the secret facility there, the old node. The inside is not what you expect from the outside. The door leads you down a series of cascading stairwells that eventually give way some 100 feet down below the entry point into a massive facility. Now down there, the walls are lined with tubes, pipes, glowing apparati in various reds and purples. They thrum and throb with whatever type of strange power source flows through them. And everything is rusted. First of all, as you're looking along the walls, you can easily see that everything is beginning to fall apart. The metal is corroded from whatever the energy source that's flowing through it is. The primal matrices of this place slowly eating away at it as it tries to purge and re-distill whatever naturally occurring primal energy is flowing through these pipes. Taking a look around as you're sneaking through this, the place is strangely empty. Cobwebs the size of 2 hand spans are clinging to the corners as you make your way through this facility. There are only so many places that you can go, but given what you were told earlier by Marisol, the best way appears to be to follow the blinking lights down to wherever Milk is hiding. Or, pardon me, where Milk has been hidden away. But in the meanwhile, what I would like you to do is make me, both of you make me, a perception and alertness roll.
Changing out my cursed, always rolling a 1 dice for
Probably a good idea.
for
I'm
Bastion's
not sure what
dice.
the difficulty is, but I think I only get 1.
Difficulty 6.
1.
No ones.
Okay, I'm going to spend a
2
hurt point
successes.
to re-roll that. Much better. Okay. Looking around, you can see that there are a number of corridors that you could follow. The old building is... it's falling apart. There are a couple of points as you are walking where you are going to actually be able to help Alistair as he steps on a piece of flooring that looks like it's about to collapse away, with you, if you want, being able to grab him at the last second and pull him before a bit of errant rusted metal slashes through his ankle.
He'll be fine.
All right.
No, I'll
Oh, okay.
pull him. I'll pull him aside.
All right. I wasn't sure how brotherly you were going to be.
Yeah.
Sounds good. As well, as you are moving through, there are going to be gouts of steam heading, firing off of these corridor walls. But as you're walking through, I would like both of you to make me an intelligence and science roll. As both of you realize that the scent coming off of this is not steam.
Yeah, I don't have any science.
Okay. Do you have any science, Constantine?
Although, after Constantine pulls me up with that sort of adrenaline rush going on, I do want to use that as a bit of a focus to do a route that makes me more sensitive to the timing of things, and makes it so that I can do be a little bit more reduce some difficulties on rolls related to sense of timing in this place and the environment.
Okay, that sounds good. So why don't we say that this will be good for like your dodging of things specifically? So go ahead and give me an enlightenment roll at a difficulty of 3. And what you're going to do is you're going to need to split successes between time and power.
Time and power. Does exertion help?
Exertion is going to be part of your focus.
So that would be difficulty 2?
It would be difficulty 3.
Okay, but does the focus take away 1?
So the difficulty would be 4. It's 3 plus the sphere level.
Gotcha.
So
Perfect.
it drops down to 3. Magic
put a
difficulties are
willpower.
never supposed to drop below 3.
Gotcha. I'm gonna spend a willpower on this because that
Sounds good.
I can't let Con save my ass again because he's gonna lord it over me for fucking forever.
I rolled on the intelligence and science.
Yeah.
I don't have a specialty, but I got a 10.
Perfect.
2 fours.
The gas that's coming off of here is chlorine or chlorine gas. It looks like it dissipates pretty quickly into the air here, but these bursts of it if you get caught by one of those, it's going to melt your lungs.
And sorry, what was I splitting the successes between?
So basically, you're going to decide how many successes you're going for. So the magic system in Mage 20 works like this. You are going to put it into power and duration, basically, time and power. Okay? So one success means that you'll get a -1 for basically the next round. Anything beyond that, you are going to split your... I give you the first one for free and everything, because it makes magic able to be cast. So beyond that, so if you got 2 successes, you would be able to put either toward duration or power. So you'd either have -2 for the next round, or you'd have -1 for the next minute, I believe is the chart. But what you can do is you can actually shoot for a number of successes that are above what is possible for you to get. So long as you get at least half the successes on that first roll you're trying for, you can continue the next round at a +1 difficulty to get more successes.
Okay. Okay, so in that case, if I went for 4,
Yep.
let's say,
Mhm.
and I got 3,
Then you would be able to roll again at a difficulty 4. And then combine the successes. You can totally spend more willpower. Yeah.
And what happens with any extra successes?
You keep them.
Sweet. Okay. So I got 3 on the first roll.
Okay,
I'm
sounds
not
good.
going to spend a willpower on the second one. And sorry, it's at 4
Difficulty 4.
for the second one. Okay. So in that case, 2 more, so 5.
Total of 5 successes. So what we can do is we can have you have a -3 for the rest of the day. -3 on any dodge-related activities for the rest of the day.
Sounds good.
Cool. That's going to be very handy. So as you are making your way through, Con, you are going to look at this chlorine gas that is bursting out. Now, I know chlorine gas is largely odor, well, it's not odorless, but it's definitely usually a little more colorless. We're going to say it's bright green here because that's more cinematic. So the Technocrats put food coloring in
Yellowy,
it.
greenish. Yeah.
Yeah, it's aerated Mountain Dew, okay?
Oh, that's the worst. So a part of the floor fell apart. Does that mean that it can't really it's heavier than air? Maybe I'm taking that for granted, and Constantine doesn't know that. But you said the floor kind of almost fell apart, and he almost kind of slashed his leg.
Yeah.
So that means there's somewhere for the chlorine gas to kind of, it's not pooling in the hall at
No,
head
it's not
level.
pooling. It's coming out at these erratic bursts, just like there's a seal loose that is just occasionally the pressure builds and it's going to push on whatever gasket is holding it in, allowing a little crack of to
And
release.
it seems to be throughout the hallway.
Seems to be throughout the hallway, yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna to help future us, I'm going to hey, Al, can I borrow that what are those, what's that triangular thing I always forget what those are called. The thing you have in your pocket that's like a little triangle.
What do you need it for?
Just for a second. Oh, fine.
He was about to give it to you.
Since he's not gonna give it to me and walked away, gonna tie my tie around one of the pipes that we've already passed and pull that one loose so that there's less pressure
Okay.
in the other pipes down the corridor.
I love it. Can you go ahead and give me my favorite roll. Give me a strength plus science roll.
I like that roll.
Difficulty 6.
But do the dice like me? I'm going to spend a willpower because this will be embarrassing if I botch.
Cool.
Oh, I really need to get that strength up to 4 so I can re-roll those 10s. What was the difficulty?
Difficulty of 6.
3, including the willpower spent.
Beautiful. 3 successes is what you need. These are old corroded pipes, and you have a silk tie, which are really hard to tear. So wrapping those around, hell, it might even be a nano weave. You are going to lean into it, and with a wrench, you are going to pull that down, releasing some of the pressure out of the pipe. And as you are doing so, however, I would really love it if you would make me a stamina roll. As the steam issues out, I want to make sure that you don't take some bashing damage from the steam.
Can I watch his back and try and help pull him out of the way?
Absolutely. Okay, that sounds good.
Yes.
I'll consider
Tit for
your
tat.
Thank
your
God.
dodge difficulty lowered. So go ahead and give me a let's say a strength and athletics roll to pull him away.
Good.
Add a
because my stamina's 1.
Oh God, strength and
What was the
athletics.
difficulty?
So let's wait to see if Chris gets 3 successes on this.
Okay.
So
Okay.
it's going to be strength and athletics at a difficulty of 6.
I only got 2.
You only got 2. All right. So give me your 1 stamina, difficulty 6.
6.
Okay. You are going to get blasted in the hand a bit, but it's not going to hurt you. It's mostly just going to steam the cuffs of your jacket, or not of your jacket, of your shirt. As he pulls you out of the way, that probably would have absolutely scalded the flesh of your hand. It might have even boiled some of it off.
All right, we're even.
For now, until I get one more up on you.
Okay. It's not a competition.
Fuck that. Of course it is.
Well, I mean it is, but I want
go,
you to think I
old
wasn't. Okay, and then I run ahead of him.
Sounds good. All right, running down the corridor that is no longer full of puffs of chlorine gas, you are going to find yourself in a wide underground corridor that has a number of catwalks overhead. You're getting close. You can see the energy thrumming directly ahead of you. There are red lights lining a wall leading to a locked red door about 100 feet ahead of you. On the other side of this large... Why do they even have this? Why would they even have a room that's this large? It doesn't make any sense. And as you take a step forward, there is going to be a little hum around you as the power begins to fluctuate here. This is an old facility, and it's starting to fall apart. What do you do?
There can't be anyone in here.
Do we have reception in here?
Do you have reception? Absolutely not on a
Did
cell
you
phone.
like reception?
No, it won't work. They probably have some sort of a backup generator. I was thinking of seeing if I could get somebody to knock out the power for a brief moment. Maybe help us get through there.
You're always so dramatic.
Well, what the fuck is
What are
your
we-
idea?
What are we looking at here?
I don't know. So looking around, you can see that
I'm
there
gonna
are...
check it out.
Okay. So directly ahead of you is what something in your gut tells you might be the door to where you're headed. But the lights are flickering a little bit, kind of casting everything in shadow. Above you can see catwalks that are dripping with various bits of like sweat and color, well, not sweat, but sweating machinery, old pipes and things like that. Nothing chlorinated this time, at least. However, you can see that there are a couple of other corridors spiraling off from this central circle that you find yourself in.
Couple of corridors. Was I mistaken? Was there a locked or a bigger door?
There is a bigger door.
Underneath
It
these
looks
lights?
directly ahead of you.
Let's check that out.
Okay.
Maybe you can pull Hauser's clearance again.
Yeah.
Who's going first?
If he's doing the Hauser thing, I would have let him go first.
Yeah.
Though staying close behind to try and make sure I can
I need you to do
save
me a
his
favor.
ass.
I need you to make me a perception and alertness roll at a difficulty of 8. Alistair.
Oh, Al.
2.
2 successes? Okay. Then let me just double check this. This is going to be contested. Okay. That is going to be... Okay. Keeping an eye open, you're going to look around, seeing that there might very well be like a fuse box or something nearby that you could use to probably disable the power. You're keeping an eye open, watching Alistair's back as he's making his way, watching Constantine's back as he's making his way across the main floor of the room. Above you, the catwalks are dripping into these pools of liquid. And you hear, just for a second, a little grind of metal. You glance up, but there's nothing there. There's nothing there at all. And pardon me one moment. Perfect.
If Pyramid Head is in here, I'm going to be very angry.
We love it. Okay. So. Drop my dice. All right. Alistair, I need to ask you right away. Do you have the ability to soak lethal damage?
No.
Okay, you're not wearing any type of armor or anything.
We
Like a
didn't stop by and get our equipment, so no.
Okay. There is a blur of motion as you watch Constantine head forward. There is a clang and an oof that comes from Alistair behind you, Constantine. And the sudden scent of blood on the air. Alistair, I need you to take 4 levels of lethal damage.
Can I try and dodge? With
You did
using
not
that
see
time
this
and
coming.
entropy rope that I have?
You didn't see it coming, unfortunately.
Okay.
As you turn and glance back, Alistair, you have been knocked prone. And Constantine, as you look back and see this, it takes your mind a moment to process what the fuck is happening. As standing over your brother is a 12-foot long, half-decayed, cybernetic tiger with glowing red eyes. Long metallic teeth, fortified with nanotech coating that keeps them perfectly sharp, have torn through Alistair's shoulder. The limbs have peeled away, the false meat giving way to cybernetic limbs with retractable claws and padded paws. This rotten taxidermy of cybernetics and once upon a time living tiger lets out a low, playful growl. And we're going to cut back to our other friends. I am sorry, it has a cloaking device built in. It was either this or a hit mark, Chris, and I asked and you said you wanted the weird one. So you got the Cybertooth tiger.
It's called the Cybertooth.
Yes, that was my face.
That's
That was
amazing.
my face. It's so good. I'm trying to find the picture of it on the
Thank you,
document.
Travis and team, for creating the Cybertooth tiger.
It's so
You
amazing.
monsters.
They're so good.
I love that name.
So good, right? All right, so I'm going to pause here for 1 sec. I just need to update your background, I realized. because I do have a picture of the red tunnel, which is located in my download history. Well, what do you know? I was really hoping that you'd be able to sense it. I'm sorry, Chris.
Well, I was thinking that the rope might have helped because it's supposed to like it's the whole thing about like being able to dodge bullets and that kind of stuff and like see things that aren't coming as part of the benefit to dodging. But I can always rewind time, right? Right.
It was contested.
It was contested, but
would the difficulty have
Maybe you
applied,
can
or did that
rewind.
even just give me the chance because it had cloaking, right? Like
yeah.
which
Well, I was
I
thinking
get,
that you.
so-
Well, you know what?
It'll be
Am I-
fine.
Oh yeah, no, it's all good.
Yeah, yeah. I'm gonna stick with my ruling for now because
Yep.
of that.
Oh yeah,
But
no worries.
that is valid. That is valid. I think that you would have needed to well, but then it's fucking magic.
It's all good. It's supposed to be lucky too, right? That's the whole
It's
time
hard
and entropy
because
thing.
time and entropy.
You're supposed to be lucky as well.
Yeah.
Did you take the lucky merit? Or the lucky feat?
I did not.
Oh shit.
It's all
You-
good. I'm
you
not
can buy
complaining.
it.
Okay, hold on one
We
sec.
can buy
Just-
merits after character creation, right?
You can. They're just double cost. There's double cost.
Double cost.
Okay.
Oh, so like 2 per dot.
I am actually pretty happy to be introduced to a cyber tooth tiger just because of that pun.
I know,
That's
right?
fantastic.
It's so
I
good.
sent a
It's
picture
beautiful.
to the Facebook chat of the tiger.
It's scary.
Oh, I'm a tiger. This one's kind of rotten. So Chris, actually, I think reduce the damage by 1 because I think that it's a little worn down. So I'm actually lowering its strength by 1.
All good, sure.
So yeah, lower that to 3 successes. Or the 3 damage instead. Okay.
Hey, I'll take it.
And I'll repeat that as we go in. All right, so transferring back to the trippy. We hop back inside of the mindscape. And as we do, Donovan, you're standing in a dark room. You're dressed in the robe that you're borrowing. You're feeling all right overall. In fact, you don't think that anything happened. This trip is bullshit, man. You think you just fell asleep and then he left you in his basement. Because looking
Of
around,
course.
right? This is a prank. This was a sleeping pill or a roofie or something. There's a single light overhead in this darkness. There's a stairwell ahead of you. Of course, a fucking stairwell. At least it's a short one, only 13 steps. And there's a door. It's open. You can see it looks like it's leading outside or maybe into like an atrium or something. Actually, only 12
Do I have my
steps.
cane with me?
You do.
Okay. He'll walk towards the steps, grumbling, going, "This was a waste of time. Why did we come to this asshole's manor?"
And as you reach the base of the steps, there's a crack as your cane snaps in half, tumbling you onto the steps. Your leg gives completely out. And you hit the steps hard enough that it catches you under the jaw and you taste a little bit of blood. And something cuts your cheek. It's sharp and very painful. A paper cut.
kind of look around to see what cut me.
Now, these steps they're old and they looked wooden when you were approaching them. There's no railing. Not OSHA compliant for sure. Old gnarled wood with big gaps in the middle. At least you thought it was. But it's not. The gaps in the wood are not gaps in wood. They're the gaps between bones. You fell and tripped onto a stairwell made of old yellowed bones. The gaps are the gaps between the bones of forearms and ribs. You could see that the edges of the stairs are marred with the hollow eye sockets of skulls or jawbones that have been pulled off. And the paper cut, you recognize a medical bracelet. One of the little plasticine printout ones. Marjorie Halpern.
Recognize the name?
Yes, you do. You injected Marjorie Halpern with a vaccine that you had invented in order to resist certain types of virulent, weaponized smallpox. She was in for a cancer treatment, though. She was doing a test trial for leukemia. She was stage 4. And as you pinch...
I remember how it ended.
Yes. Her lungs popped like party balloons. What do you
He's
do?
gonna slowly get up and kind of chuck the bracelet away in frustration.
Okay. It snaps off the brittle wrist that it's resting on. There's only 12 steps. Well, then you're out of this fucking basement.
He's gonna very carefully make his way up the steps with his cane now broken.
The cane is not going to be helpful at all. It's broken off right in the middle.
You kind of just drop the cane off and very slowly move up.
As you start to move up, I want you to make me a willpower roll. Current. 6.
Just one.
As you climb up, there is going to be a horrible pain. You start to stumble up the steps, and huge needles pierce the side of your ankle. You feel something push into the bone of your ankle, of your bad leg, pushing into the marrow. You glance down and see that a part of the stairs have torn away. The bones of the fingers of that wrist and hand have plunged themselves into the side of your ankle. They wriggle, and you feel them begin to dig into the marrow and fuse with your bones. And you hear a voice. You said this would heal me. Do you keep climbing?
Yeah. I'm like, it was supposed to.
You stumble. You're going to have to crawl. Do you do so?
Yep.
As you start to climb up, your eye level is perfect for the next one. Thomas Keene. Vines erupting where the optic nerve should be. You said the pain would stop. I need a willpower roll.
Same difficulty?
Same difficulty.
4 successes.
4 successes. You manage to pull away, but as you do, another arm is going to grab onto your leg, and you can feel the bones merging into yours. As Thomas Keene grabs onto you from beyond the grave, you crawl up. Another medical bracelet. Elsie Rourke. You said it would get better. Her flesh spirals in a circle around an injection point in your memory. You push up another step with that extra success. Past a bracelet that says Javier Montalban, who said I would live to see my family at Christmas. Blood rains down on tiles inside of that booth. The gas booth. The one that you now have chimpanzees in. They used to be full of people. More pain grinds into your ankle, and looking down behind you, your leg is looking less like a leg and more like a lobster tail, made of bone, dragging behind you, trying to pull you down the steps. You make another step up. Keisha Duval. Her voice croaks and leaks. You said it wouldn't hurt. Tears streaming down her cheeks. And you watch the tears go acid as they drip through the flesh of her cheeks like she was made of sugar. Raymond Timmons. You said I had nothing to fear. His skull bloomed from the inside like a mushroom breaking the surface of the soil. I need a willpower roll.
Same difficulty?
Same difficulty. Until you
Okay.
fail.
Two successes.
2 successes. All right. You push forward. More bones grinding into you. Shadows crawl on the wall in your memory as you remember Felicia Ward. Felicia was a dancer. And when she stood up and you saw the shapes that They weren't human shapes in her shadow anymore. Too many arms, the legs were too long. She had been a dancer when she was young. Donovan, she had been so pretty 30, 40 years ago. You said I'd live long enough to meet my granddaughter. And Colin Thatcher was just a grunt from the Canadian services. The flesh melted off of his hands like candle wax as he screams at you. You said it was a placebo. I need a willpower roll.
One success. These ones are trying to kill me.
Another success as Saul Eckhart's bracelet grabs for you. He screamed so loud and so deep that his jaw broke away and his mouth tore open like crinoline. You said I could trust you. I need another willpower roll. You're only 2 steps from the top.
Are 10 still exploding for this, or no?
Yes, they are.
Okay. 5 successes, and I think Donovan is starting to laugh. Progress can't be made without sacrifice.
Wyatt McClure says, you said you knew what you were doing?
Of course I did. Useful pawns.
And as Omar Lansing digs into the bone of your leg, his deep, low voice says, you said that you cared.
I do care. Unfortunately, people must die to make progress. If society is too foolish to follow the lead, so I will force it.
And as you say that, there is a sensation that you have imagined your entire adult life after the accident. So many times you've just wanted to reach down and pluck that fucking leg off. Like you were taking a piece of fruit off of a vine. But with all of that bone weight, you push forward and gritting your teeth. Sacrifices must be made. It sloughs off of your bone. Your hip gives way, and your leg falls down the stairwell, bounces from the bone. And you stumble into the light. And as you do, you are going to emerge with full willpower if you are down any. And
Nice.
for the next day, you are going to have a mild derangement of desensitization, where nothing is going to bother you. You're going to be in a great mood. You could literally watch, children drowning in front of you and be like, haha, that's funny. Nothing, like you're just in a great fucking mood.
Wonderful.
To do
Love it.
some research.
And as you climb out, I think I need an initiative roll from our friends in the underground.
All right.
All right, so an initiative roll, you're going to roll a d10 and you're going to add your dexterity and wits score to this. If you have a specialty, that will allow you to re-roll if it is a specialty that is true to form with this. By that, I mean, if it's useful for this.
Do I have to be how specific? I haven't chosen a dexterity specialty because you need.
You could take fast reflexes if you want it to be for this.
Is that a merit of itself, or is that?
Nope, it is in Chronicles, but not in this.
Do you have 4 points
Oh, I
in
always-
dexterity, Cal?
Yeah,
Okay.
So you could take fast reflexes. You could take.
I don't
or you
have
could
it on
take-
my sheet now.
you
so I'm
can
not
write it
gonna-
in now. No, you can write it in right now, but it's permanent.
Oh,
So
okay.
fast reflexes would be for dexterity. Hand-eye coordination would be for like throwing or shooting things. You could say fast hands for maybe if
reflexes.
you're fighting with knives.
I like fast. I'll think about it and not
Okay, sounds good.
roll any tens. Watch me just roll
Oh
no
god.
tens anyway.
Okay,
One
so
d10.
1d10. Okay, so I have an initiative score of 24.
Wow.
I'm a tiger.
Fair.
Oh,
I
pardon
thought
me.
14 was
Rawr,
high.
baby, rawr.
I can't explode that 10 because somehow the tiger doesn't have Dex 4. So never mind. My score is merely 14. So
Oh my god, we're tied.
you're as fast as a tiger. Now I need to ask you real quick, Chris, what's
You're
your
14.
bonus? Because I have a +6 to mine.
+5.
Oh, you know what? I'm going to lower that by 1 to +5. So roll me another d10 because this is an older cyber tiger. So roll me a d10.
I got a 3.
Okay, well, tiger still goes first. And what did you get on your total there, Cal?
I also got 14.
Okay, what do you add to yours or to your d10?
Wits 3, Dex 4.
Okay, so that
So
means
I'm netting 7.
so it is going to go Constantine, then it is going to go Cybertooth Tiger, and then it is going to go Alistair. Okay, top of the initiative. The Cybertooth Tiger has knocked Alistair to the ground and is snarling over him with this look of just pure joy. It hasn't hunted anything larger than a rat in 10 years.
What is the floor and the ceiling kind of like wires and pipes and old?
The ceiling is this mess of it's like 50 feet of catwalks and pipes that vanish into darkness above you.
Oh, so it's.
Yep.
Hmm.
The floor itself is
And he's not
grated metal.
pinning.
He's not
He's
pinning.
not
No,
pinning
he
Alistair.
wants him to run.
How much animal ken do you have, Alistair?
Did
Wait,
you bring
that's
any
not a
catnip?
menace, is it?
Is that a thing?
Yeah, it's a
Is
right
that
in.
a thing?
Yes, of course it's a right.
We have something to spend XP on. And okay, so it's kind of shaky, like many decades old.
Hmm?
A floor that we're like stepping on.
Parts of it, yeah. I'm gonna assume that it's basically like picture the floor in any Arkham Asylum game where there's a solid row of metal and then grates next to it that you could hop in and hop out of to grab people.
And every once in a while they're electrified for some reason.
For some reason, nobody knows why.
I think that gave me an idea that
To call the cops?
Fuzz is coming.
Yeah.
Uh
Do you think it gave you an idea?
Using my power, call the police.
Well, you are white.
I am white. Don't worry, when they come, they'll help us.
You're white and you have money. There we go.
Yeah, I was going to say, and rich.
Mr.
You're
Bruce
what?
will be right there. A SWAT team shows up and kills this tiger.
Way to use your privilege. You took 5 points of privilege, Cal. It's a
They
trade now.
shake their hand and they say,
Okay.
all in a day's work, sir. Okay.
It's not really. I'm clipping this shit for later.
So he's not pinned, he's just, but he is prone.
He's knocked over. Now, this isn't D&D. There's no prone penalty or anything like that. It's purely cinematics.
Oh, I meant just for how the scene looks. Yeah.
Yep, you're about 20 feet ahead of this. The tiger's going, or whatever tigers do.
Yeah, it does exactly what that sound that you did.
You're great.
Well, this
Yeah.
one does. Does it tell me I'm great?
Or maybe
does
it's
it
just
say,
thinking.
does it say that to me in the voice of my father?
Nope, you're never hearing
You're
that.
not on the trip, Cal.
One can
Con's on a
hope.
trip.
Okay. I still have. You know what? He'll be fine because Alistair's not made out of metal. But this thing's legs are, correct?
They are.
I'm going to yell, Alistair, jump, and I'm gonna put my hand onto the grate.
Okay.
And using those gloves, I'm going to try to electrify the floor.
Okay.
I'm wearing my fancy dress shoes, so they're rubber.
Okay. Yep.
I'm sure Alistair will be fine.
Well, the best thing about Mage is that you do directed attacks with things. So if you choose not to affect Alistair, unless your paradox gets him, you don't.
Joke's
So-
on you. I don't even know what that is yet.
Hey, you're about to find out, because the Sanctum is
Alright.
not working particularly well. So what I would love you to do is you are going to make an enlightenment roll. So you are going to be using Forces 3 for this. This is going to be a direct forces attack then,
All right.
to basically convert another type of energy, could be potential energy, into electricity, something like that. What I want you to do is give me, this is going to be lethal damage, so give me an enlightenment roll at a difficulty of, you don't have anything that would be particularly coincidental in here, and the Sanctum is not in a technocratic paradigm because it's faltering horribly. So this is going to be at a difficulty of difficulty of 7. Now, with that, you can spend points of quintessence / primal energy, whatever you call it on your sheet, up to your avatar rating to lower that difficulty. Well, I
Okay,
guess
so
actually-
it propels.
Actually, it would be difficulty of difficulty of 6 because you're using gadgets.
Right. Okay, so if I'm hearing it right, I can.
What's your avatar
accrue
rating, or genius rating, I should say?
3,
Okay, so
and enlightenment is 3.
cool. So you can spend, you can lower that to difficulty 3 by spending 3.
I will.
All right, that sounds good. I would spend a willpower if I were you.
And I'm also. I was going to say, and I'm also spending a willpower.
All right, sounds good. I am going to use my premium counter magic rating of 1. Okay,
Premium.
so premium. I'm made of magic, baby.
He has the tiger premium package.
He does.
8, 8, and 3. Did I lower that to 3?
You did lower it to 3.
Yeah.
Okay, so,
All right, so that's 3 successes.
it is going to resist plus your willpower for 4. So that
4.
he is going to actually resist 1 level of that with his premium countermeasures. So that's going to lower it to difficulty of 3. But here's where you're going to love this. In Mage the Ascension, when you roll damage against someone, so you can target one person with an attack using the base success without having to spend for additional targets, which means you can put all of it into damage. Every damage that you purchase with a success is 2 levels of damage. You just did 6 levels of lethal damage to this creature using this. And we use the alternate rule that forces is innately more damaging than all other. So you add 1 on top of whatever you roll. So that means that you rolled 6. You actually did 7 levels of lethal damage to this creature. Let me just see. So I can try to soak lethal damage. I'm going to say that against electrical stuff, though, I only have half my soak.
Years of covering Beast Wars don't fail me now.
Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, and then, okay, that's how many health levels I have. You are going to, it's going to eat that extra forces success, and you are going to inflict 6 levels of lethal damage because I sucked at my soak roll on this. As this electricity surges forward, it is going to smash into this tiger, and you are going to actually for a moment see its skeleton. Not because it's glowing in the dark, but because the skeleton becomes so superheated under the old tiger meat that it is going to burn through like a fire beneath a map. And as it does, it is going to let out this horrible roar. Congratulations, you have dropped it into some wound penalties. That is going to be... Oh, cool. I actually am in decent wound penalties at this point. It is going to snarl and is going to take a dive at you on its turn. So, here is the deal. You can make me... I'm going to give free defensive dodges to people because that saves your life. So you can make me a dexterity and athletics roll to try to get the hell out of the way of this swipe. However, I'm going to spend a Hearth them more to add 3 more dice to my pool. Okay. Oh god, that's more ones than I expected. Okay. How many successes do you have?
What was the
Difficulty 6.
3.
Okay. So it's going to hit you with 1 success. So you are going to be able to dodge out over part of that. Now, do you have any armor on?
No, but one of the I don't know. One of the things I'm overwhelmed at are what are and aren't routes.
Fair.
But one of them was that you absorb the kinetic energy of an attack.
Mm-hmm. So the only problem with that is it's like mage armor. You'd have to cast that before you got hit.
Right, because it's not reactionary and I'm trying to dodge.
Yep, exactly. Right. So it is going to still impact you, but that's good knowledge for the future before you go into something like this. You probably want to suit up with that. As an NWO member, I would also say go talk to Q Division about getting a silk steel suit. Basically John Wick suits.
Ooh, I want a John Wick suit.
Oh, they're so good.
Alfred, where's my John Wick suit?
Oh my god, you are so fucking lucky. You are going to get slashed by the tiger's claws, and that is going to deal 2 levels of lethal damage only. As it slashes through your shoulder. Your arm is not going to be doing well tomorrow. That is the tiger's turn. Alistair, what do you do? No, Alistair, I want you to do me a favor. I said I did 4 levels of damage to you before. I think that this thing actually would have slightly lower strength than I gave it because of the deterioration. So please drop that to 3, actually.
Okay. The other thing I want to do in regards to it dealing damage to me as lethal is I want to use time and kind of rewind that particular aspect and entropy to downgrade it into bashing.
That sounds absolutely fantastic.
Because it's a flesh wound.
It is just a flesh wound. Yeah, so you'll allow that. I'll allow that for sure.
I'm really well trained. It's like instinct for me. Okay. I'm constantly training on this stuff. My body is very refined. I know how to like flex in the right way when you get hit so that it doesn't actually like impact as hard.
He trains on the tiger claw machine every day.
All the time.
All the time.
The tiger claw machine.
I would say that to get rid of it altogether, you would require life, but with that downgrading idea, yeah, let's do it with entropy.
Yep, it was just a lucky flesh wound.
That's a cool idea, actually.
Entropy and time.
Okay, so
Retroactively.
that's gonna be time 3, and that's going to be time 3 and entropy. You have entropy 3.
Yep.
Okay, it's gonna be coincidental.
2
So
or
that's
3.
it's gonna be difficulty of 6 with all of your foci.
All right, let's use some willpower there.
Okay, you can also spend quintessence if you have any.
Oh yeah, you know what? We have we start with our genius rating, right?
Yep, and more if you have prime
Or a node.
or a node. Yeah, but you definitely have at least your genius rating.
2. Yeah, you know what? Let's put 2 into there and
Okay,
spend a
sounds good.
willpower. So 2 just downgrades it to rolling 4s.
Yep.
Okay. That's 4 successes.
4 successes. Wow, you're going to be bruised to hell, but you feel that it's not as bad as you thought it was.
All that training pays off. See,
Beautiful.
this is why you need to go to the gym.
All right, so standing up, you are going to flex that off. You can still move, but that's going to be your action, is doing that. So
Yep.
you can try to draw the tiger's attention or something.
Yeah, I'm gonna just try and get it in the way.
Okay.
Because get in
Sounds
the way
good.
and get in a stance, and get ready to do some martial art.
Okay, so interpose yourself between the tiger and Khan, and top of the initiative, Khan, what do? Your brother has thrown himself between you and a saber-toothed tiger. You're definitely going to have to get him something nice for his birthday now.
Damn. Has to be the hero, huh? I push him into the tiger. No,
Okay, good.
and using his kinetic energy, smashing into the.
I mean, you could.
Do it.
You know
Do
what?
Do it.
I was
You
saying that
asshole,
to be
do it.
silly, but
I mean, you could also karate chop it. Like, what do you want to do? Do you have a
I
gun?
do like the idea of just
So, Cal, you are new to the
Yeah.
system, so I would like to remind you that shooting something into the face or karate chopping into the face can be part of your attack action with magic. What it means is that if you miss the attack roll, the magic fails.
But if
Yeah.
Oh, I'm seeing. So what you're saying is with forces,
Yeah, guns are great with forces.
and punches,
Are great with forces. Yes, you're following
and
it.
shoving your brother into a saber-toothed tiger.
Is ham flamping. Yes, hitting a motherfucker with another motherfucker. Yes, ham flamp.
Thanks for your protection, lol bro. And I'm going to shove him hard, knowing that the tiger can't see me and won't expect it.
Yep.
Hoping that
I feel like I
with
expect this.
with an unusual level of still have one hand like grounded, and Alistair is just going to hear as he like almost breaks the sound barrier and flies at the
Right.
tiger.
What I want
I
you to
dodge?
do... Can you what?
Can I dodge? You were saying it's reflexive. I feel like Alistair would kind of half
You know
expect
what?
this from
You
Constantine.
know what? Go ahead. Here's what I'm going to do. I want you to make me an attack roll, Constantine. Constantine,
Okay.
you are going to make me a roll of dexterity plus brawl to do this. Okay? You're going to do it at difficulty 6. Alistair, you are going to make me a dex and athletics roll at a difficulty of 3 because of your active magic effect. And the tiger is going to make the same roll at a difficulty of 7 because you're blocking his view.
I would actually like to use a particular maneuver instead. I want to snake step out of the way, which gives me a bonus of 3 extra dice to this roll as well. It's a martial arts maneuver, and I use martial arts instead of
Snake
athletics to
step
dodge.
out of the way.
Sure.
Okay,
Yep.
I mongoose grab as a.
You know what? It's fair because you know
Which
what? You
takes
might
away-
expect that.
which-
I absolutely think Constantine might expect that because I feel this is something that Alistair learned from Constantine when they were younger. That this is something that you trained me
Plus,
on,
your
and
back
I'm like,
was to
I'm
me.
getting out of
Can
the
you
way.
dodge when your back's to me? Okay. You
Yes,
little...
because of his time stuff.
Oh, right.
Because you're not camouflaged. Yeah.
For now.
For
Wait
now.
until I get my stealth suit.
You could just forces too, baby. Forces is great.
Ooh, that's some 10s. That's some 10s in there.
Wait, hold on. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 10 dice here.
Okay.
Difficulty 3.
Are you spending a willpower, Chris?
I am not.
Okay.
Yeah, you better not.
But let's see here. Difficulty 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. No, 9.
What?
9. 9
You-
successes. Difficulty 3 out of 10 dice.
You couldn't just be cool and uppercut the tiger at the speed
Okay.
of sound.
So how many
I
successes?
did not get that. 1, 2, 3, 4 successes.
Cool. So you are going to thrust out with your glove, trying to hit Alistair. Alistair is going to snake step out of the way, almost pushing you into the tiger, which got 1 success to dodge. So you are going to impact the tiger instead. Please do me a favor. If you are going to use forces propulsion, give me. So you're probably going to be. So you got how many successes? Let's do this.
4.
4 successes. Okay, so 4 successes. Okay, -1 for the tiger means you have 3 successes to impact the tiger. What I would like you to do is roll me your enlightenment at a difficulty of 5.
All right.
Because you're just using forces 2 to increase the power of a blow, probably. It's coincidental. There's no reason that a big punch couldn't be a big punch.
Does the enlightenment dice explode?
Yes, we reroll 10s on magic because it makes magic scarier.
Oh. I rolled a 1 after the 10.
That does
but
not
did
eat the 10.
Explode. Okay, then 2.
2 successes, okay. And, whoop. Okay, and I failed my premium counter magic. So that sucks, man. That premium isn't cheap. Apparently it is like the Temu premium though. So there's gonna be 2 successes. So I want you to do me a favor and roll me your strength plus strength plus 2 versus difficulty 6 to see how much damage you do before the forces damage.
Difficulty 6.
Difficulty 6. This is basically just your punch damage.
All right. Oh, the 1 curse. 7, 7, 1. So that just makes 1.
Okay, 1, which means that, okay, so, wait, you only have strength 1?
I only got.
Oh, those are the
What
only
was I
successes you got? So you were rolling
Those are
your
the only
strength score,
successes I
your
got.
strength score plus 2.
Yeah, those are the
Okay.
only successes I got, but the 1 canceled out one of the
Perfect.
7s.
Okay, so you get 1 success, which means you did impact, you did do damage, and then you rolled your forces, which did an additional 5 levels of damage. So that is going to be, this is bashing damage because you were not trying to kill your brother, merely impact him.
No.
So what that means is I'm going to
For
sew
now.
two of those. Of
Are
the
we sure
6.
about that?
1,
Yeah, I was gonna
2
say with how
versus-
they've turned on each other. Are you sure? Are you sure?
Okay.
I was
there-
setting him up to do something really cool, and he had to dodge.
There is a horrible crunch as you thrust forward and slam into the face of this tiger. One of its fangs is going to snap off as you melt half of its face with the force of this punch. It just crunches. The bone gives way. The tiger is still up, though. The cybernetic mechanisms on the inside are whirling, and it is going to attempt to bite you while crippled in pain. So I'm going to spend, I'm going to say that it can't spend a willpower, actually, because I don't think that it should have willpower. So you can make me a dex and athletics roll to get the hell out of the way if you'd like. You know what, I will say it has a willpower. I think that's probably fair. If I'm giving out free dodges.
Free dodges.
Free dodges.
Reflexive
okay.
dodges? Yeah.
Reflexive dodges.
Oh, ones.
That means they get them too. Fair is fair.
It's true. Okay, I'm gonna spend it on... the wound penalties, I think. Alright, how many did you get?
I got 4.
Oh, you son of a bitch. Okay, it is going to attempt to bite you. And it would have gotten away with it too had you not snapped off one of its fangs. It impacts the side of your shoulder. Blood sprays out from where it hit you before, but you're going to take no additional damage. You got frickin' lucky. Alistair, it's your turn. You have dodged out of the way. This tiger is directly next to you. There's a giant broken metal fang on the ground, and you have all of your equipment. What do you do?
I'm going to go for its throat and death strike it.
Okay. Oh god, how does Death Strike work?
It's a difficulty 5, and it's strength +2 lethal unarmed strike.
Okay.
Martial arts and dexterity.
All right, give it to me. Are you gonna spend willpower?
Yeah, you know what? Yeah, let's do another willpower.
All right, that sounds good.
And, so I got wound penalties, so this is a difficulty 6.
Okay. So wound penalties take away dice. They don't add to the difficulty.
Oh, let me re-roll that then. Because I definitely rolled it first. So, all right, that takes away that 10. Because I got a 1 there. 3 successes.
3 successes. Okay, let's... Oh my god, I'm totally blanking. If I spend a willpower to suppress wound penalties, is that for the round?
It's for the scene.
It's not for the scene. I think it's for the round.
I
not-
think
it's
it's
for
for
the
the
round.
entire scene.
Like the turn.
Wound penalties with willpower, it's for the whole scene.
Really?
We'll have to double check
Turn
that.
per turn?
But that does mean that I get 5 dice to try to dodge this. Weak. You got how many successes?
Oh, actually 4 because of the willpower, sorry.
Okay, well, that's 2 more than I got. So go ahead and give me strength +1 as your base damage, plus whatever the death strike does on top of that. So I believe
Great.
that's strength +3 total.
Yeah, and do I get rid of 1 for wound penalty?
You do not off of damage.
Awesome.
Maybe you do in the core system.
Nice.
I think that
I
don't think so.
2, 3, 4 lethal.
4 lethal. Okay. That is going to be, I have 6 dice of soak. All right. I would like to know something. Alistair, how do you do it?
I reach, like, I go for its throat, like, trying to go where I think, like, maybe some sort of a major artery or something would be, and, like, literally, like, attack, like, a steel claw right back at it and just rip out something in its throat and just let it fall apart. And then just give it to Khan, like, whatever it was I grabbed at, and just be like, here you go. Fuck. Were you really trying to push me into that thing, you I knew you were
Obviously
going to do
not.
something like that.
It was part of distracting the enemy.
Yeah, whatever. You know, I'm gonna reach down and pick up the fang that fell out, and like, I'm keeping this.
Fine.
All right. And
Asshole.
I think that is where we're going to switch back to Clarissa. Clarissa, you are sitting in a very comfortable chair. It swivels a little as you flex your ankles. There is a silhouetted figure sitting across the table from you. And as this figure looks at you, you can hear murmuring. Rows and rows of people are staring at you from the darkness. And then suddenly you hear pop, pop, pop as lights turn on. And you are blinded by them for a moment. Hello, everybody, and welcome to Bruce Nightly News. I'm your host, Roland Bruce. And tonight, we are having a very special interview with my daughter, Clarissa. You were sitting across a news anchor desk from your father. And as you look around, you can see the audience staring at you. And as you see the audience staring at you, they are kind of boring into you with this look of hunger. And, pardon me. There we go. Had the wrong music cue there for a sec. As you're looking at the audience, you can see that your perceptions warp slightly, and you can even see that they are kind of sneering at you, snarling at you. And at the bottom of the screen, in front of you, at the bottom of your world, you see a news ticker scroll by, full of hashtags about you. CEO cosplay, fake it till she fails. Spin over substance. Hashtag Nepo baby. Hashtag buy her respect. On the other side of the table, your father looks at you. Clarissa, it's good to have you on the show tonight.
Thank you for having me.
Of course, I think we should just hop into the questions right now, if you don't mind.
Of course.
Why do you think Daddy never named you as his heir? Is it because he doesn't love you?
No.
Because he doesn't.
Look.
You look too much like your whore mother. I'm joking, the audience laughs. If your mother was a whore, he might have kept her. No, she was a close-legged prude. Frigid cunt. Sorry, you were saying?
No, please continue. You wanted me to prove myself. You know, don't just give it away at the business just because I'm his daughter. I have to earn it, prove myself.
Because you're too weak. You have to prove it. You're not like your brothers, right? Your brothers are men. They're strong. You can't even open a jar of pickles without help, can you?
Depends on the jar, of course.
So do you want Daddy's approval because you're desperate or because you're stupid?
Neither. I am both smart and qualified for the job.
Well, I think that we all know that if you were qualified for the job, you already would have been on a training track instead of pushed over into the CFO spot that could honestly be handled by a Bitcoin algorithm at this point.
Like I said, I don't know my father's genius, but I'm sure he has a plan.
Well, it seems like he knows your genius. Or at least he knows that it's lacking. Moving on, why do you think that Roland praises Donovan's brilliance? And even praises Angela's cunning, but he never mentions you?
They need the help. PR-wise?
That's probably true. How does it feel knowing that none of your siblings respect you?
Lights a fire to prove it.
Ah, I see. It's a hunger.
Mm-hmm.
Is it actually a hunger, or is it just a tantrum that you've been having your entire life and have never shaken? Outside of the Barbie aisle. When Daddy didn't buy you a toy you wanted.
Didn't go into department stores. Really?
Suppose he didn't. Did it bother you that all of your rich friends, their daddies bought their child's love, but your dad could have bought anything in the world and he didn't even try? How many birthdays did he forget?
I stopped counting after 5.
Does he even know how old you are? Do you remember the first time that he got drunk and called you Lily?
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Oh, of course you do. I think you were 6 years old, maybe 7? You went into his study while he was working, and, well, he wasn't working, he was drinking very heavily with some 16-year-old scotch that he'd just been sent by his brother. As you walked in, he got that glassy-eyed look on his face that said he loved you. In fact, he said he loved you. And then he said, "Oh, there's my girl. I love you, Lily. I'm so proud of you." And then he shook off the drink, just long enough to realize he was talking to the daughter that was still alive. Let's talk about the yacht incident. Let's move to that, shall we? You were 18, and which stint in rehab was this?
Don't know what you're talking about.
The cocaine overdose on the yacht. The one that Daddy covered up. You did an 8-ball, your heart stopped for 3 minutes. It was really fun, actually. Your heart stopped and you had to get CPR from that dirty, this is your quote, if I'm not mistaken. Can I get that quote? I believe it was dirty immigrant pool boy that you then had fired and deported so that he wouldn't spread the story.
I don't recall any of that, but I would never call people that come to our country those words.
Do we have a
fake news?
Fake news. Well, we actually do have Juan Ramirez on video monitor. Do we have a picture? Can we connect Juan? Juan, it cuts to a feed, and you see a rotting man's corpse in a ditch next to a guerrilla encampment in Venezuela. Very well said, Juan. Very well said. The feed cuts. Right as you see an earthworm crawl out of the decomposing nasal cavity. So, is it true that you bribed half of the board for favorable coverage in your own media outlets?
No.
Mm-hmm. Did you sleep your way through your last deal to make it happen, or just for fun?
I mean, my own sex life is my private life.
Mm-hmm.
No comment.
And your last three assistants. The last three assistants quit, and they had NDAs and severance packages that were as large as phone books. Phone books used to be these things we had in houses. We'll say encyclopedias. Ooh, no. We'll say, let's move on then. So very important. Would you say that you are merely incompetent or a very expensive PR stunt? Your father looks at you and purses his fingers.
What would you call me?
I would call you a... I would call you Ant Flo, because when you come in, you bleed us dry week after week. You bleed money. Why would anyone believe that you can run an empire? You can't even run your own household. Do you have any other talents aside from writing on my name?
I do.
And what are those?
I have a very successful side business.
Turn off the teleprompter, he says, turning to one of the cameramen. Be honest, do you ever stop rehearsing, or is every word you say on script?
When you're talking to the media, everything is rehearsed. Have to look professional.
Yeah. You have to look professional with fucking indigo hair, like you just strolled out of fucking Hot Topic. If you wanted Daddy's attention so bad, you could always call. His secretary will eventually pick up. I have to know, the audience wants to know this as well. Why do you hide behind brand campaigns instead of being a real person?
Money.
Do you think you're getting any of it in his will?
I don't know, but I want to be successful for myself.
The only way you're going to be successful to Roland Bruce is if you shit out an heir with a dick between its legs. But you're not even smart enough to get knocked up from a hookup. Are you?
Haven't found anyone good enough.
There we go. Now we're getting somewhere. Would you rather be loved or feared? And follow up. Why are you failing at both?
Because I haven't just decided which one yet.
Can you make me a willpower roll, Robin?
Yeah.
Difficulty 6?
Difficulty 6. 3 successes.
3 successes. You're weathering this. I want you to tell me, and I want you to tell the audience honestly, when the cameras are off, who are you actually?
Wanting?
And what is it that you want, Miss Bruce?
Power. To be noticed. The huge gap in my childhood. It's kind of left me a little bit messed up.
Now with that, what is your grand vision aside from proving Daddy wrong? Or is that as far as you've thought?
To evolve, expand.
Do you think that'll
Successful.
actually... It's good. Do you think that'll actually allow you to smile for real instead of that rictus one that you put up to hide that you're dying inside?
I don't know, maybe. CEO might help.
Do you honestly believe that history will remember you as something besides Roland Bruce's daughter?
I don't know. But I'm going to strive every day to make it.
Well, striving is really important. But we need to believe it, Clarissa. I want you to look out to that audience, and I want you to tell them, I want you to make them believe why we should believe that you're destined to be anything more than a footnote in Roland Bruce's obituary.
Clarissa Bruce is going to bring the Bruce Media Group into the 21st century. As a woman and only daughter of the family, she has had to fight through constantly being overlooked and prove herself and not just get on the merits of a penis between her legs. She is courageous, hardworking, and will not take no for an answer. And she will bring Bruce Media into the future if she has to claw and bloody her fingers to do it.
There is smattering golf clapping from the audience that builds a bit until you have a bit of a warm applause around it. At least the women or women-shaped things in the audience. And then a few of the men as well, or male-shaped things. Good answer. I need a willpower roll from you again at a difficulty of 6.
Clarissa is dying on the inside. She is putting up all of her media training.
You can also spend a willpower on this if you want.
Would that take away from the...
It would take away from your pool, but it'd be an automatic success.
You know what? Fuck it, yeah. I'm gonna do that.
Okay.
She wants us so bad.
So the worst that you can
Should be
do
doing
is
that.
fail, so you'll still need to roll. But the worst you can do is fail. You cannot botch.
Cool.
Mechanics question, because
Yes.
of the willpower rolls. She's spending a willpower. That doesn't take away from
Yes, it
the
does.
current.
It does.
It-
yeah.
Oh,
it does.
It does? Okay,
Yeah.
thanks.
No worries.
With the willpower, it's 4.
4 successes. You weather this, and they don't see you bleed. They don't see you cry. They don't see anything except for what you want to put out. You've won them over with your spin. And as you turn, you can almost believe that Roland Bruce, the interviewer, that his candid smile is one of pride. He shuffles his index cards and looks at you. Good answer. Well, one final question before we call it a night here, Miss Bruce. Do you ever feel guilty about what you did to Donovan?
Of course it was an accident.
That's okay. So were you. And as he says that, you are going to feel the walls pulse around you. And you are going to snap out of this. You are going to regain any willpower that you have spent. But for the next 24 hours, you are going to... I don't like the derangement system as presented because of the way it addresses mental health. But let us just say that you are going to be dealing with extreme highs and lows.
Mm-hmm.
When you succeed, you will be in a manic stage. When you have failures, you will enter a lowered state for the next 24 hours.
Okay.
Okay. Although, to be fair, you did take a bunch of psychotropic drugs, so if anything was going to give you a mental, like a DSM-5 condition, that would probably be this.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Oh, boy.
Can I?
How you doing?
I just want to say
I'm great. That last line, holy, I was doing pretty good. That last fucking line. Ouch.
Good.
Like, no, seriously, both of you, like, and Robin, like how you dealt with that. That's like,
Yeah, you guys all did
Yeah.
great.
That was wow.
Did you have fun?
Totally. I loved all of that. Perfect.
All right.
Absolutely
thi-
perfect.
Good. Well, wait till what happens next game. As that occurs, we're going to switch away from you and inside of that chamber. Back in the vault, in the facility, the door is going to open easily using the same technique before. We don't need to cut to that. The dead tiger is behind you. You take a moment to wrap your wounds up with some ties or a little bit of clothing. And inside of that final chamber, you can see that there are a series of tubes vats, all with huge wires, all with various cables, feeding tubes. There must be 25 of these. About half of them are empty. A few of them are full of mummified bodies. The feeding tubes, hell, one of them is a tube that is completely filled with rotting, polluted applesauce or something akin to it. Baby food? The body inside died 5-10 years ago, and the feeding tube has kept depositing food into its corpse until it popped and then kept filling the vat. But luckily, looking around, each one of them has a little digital placard next to it in old courier font. The room glows with a purple hue, and soon enough you are going to find the emaciated body of one Ronan Milk. Now Ronan Milk is pushing about 60. Maybe 50? It's impossible to tell. His skin is hanging off the bones. He's lost a lot of weight since the photo you saw. Before, he had a real Gabe Newell type of bulk to him. Now, he looks like Forrest Gump after the running back and forth, the long caveman beard that descends down to his saggy, withered genitals. I mention them specifically because of the catheters that are placed in the front and the back to remove waste that have practically fused with the flesh. There's a heart monitor inside of the liquid attached to one of his fingers. And you can see that they've trimmed the flesh around so that his nails can't grow anymore to push it off. There are a number of other bodies around here. Many of them have their vats completely fogged over. What do you all do?
It's not readily obvious. You said how many vats? Like 20-ish or
There are about 25 of them.
25? And it's not obvious if oh, I guess we'd have to walk down. I'm gonna see if any others are alive. He's not going anywhere, so
He's not going anywhere. Taking
Yeah,
a quick look
gonna
around.
Stay with Constantine.
Okay. Give me a perception and either investigation or medicine at a difficulty of 6. Actually 7 because they're in kind of like a semi-cryogenic state.
Nada.
It is
2.
2. It is almost impossible for you to tell, Alistair. This is gross. And you
Dude, this
are
is gross. Let's just get the guy and get it the fuck out of here.
Constantine.
This is more
there-
Donnie shit.
It is very much Donnie shit. There are, besides him, 5 that are what you would consider alive. Did you use medicine or investigation, first of all?
Investigation.
So you can see that some of them still have their feeding tubes on. You can see that some of them still have the heart rate monitor working that you can check. A lot of them are flatlined. All in all, there are 6 total living beings here. There are a couple more that their heart rate's working, but you also see that they have a delta wave readout, and they're vegetables. Absolutely vegetables.
Oh, all the other ones except Milk, or including?
Milk is still conscious. The other names that you will be able to see here with 2 successes, you'll pull 2 up. One is J.R. Hauser is in one of them. Hauser used to look like Dolph Lundgren back in the day. You can imagine how well that's going.
Like Dolph Lundgren now.
Dolph Lundgren in about 20 years
Oh,
from
geez.
now. Dolph Lundgren now looks actually not half bad.
He's not bad.
And as you are looking around, you are going to see that there is one other here that you'll recognize. And I want you to roll me a die, a single die.
10.
10.
I don't know if you want me to roll another die again, or...
No, I got it. I got it. One of them, as you are looking around, one of them draws you to it. And as you walk over to it, it's fogged up. You can see that on the inside, naked floating in the vat, is a feminine form. Not particularly curvy, but still you can see the swell of breasts and hips and a trim waistline. Do you clean the glass off and look, or look at the... She's not wearing makeup. And she looks much more wan and pale than she did earlier tonight. That's Marisol Wen. There's a part of the side of her head that's shaved for the implant.
Does
But that's
she look
her.
the same age?
She looks the same age. I mean, older because of the
atrophy.
because of the atrophy. But I'd say now I need to ask you a question. Have you ever had a physical relationship with Marisol? She's 43. Keeps it tight. Have you ever seen her naked before this?
I'm gonna roll a die. Uh-oh. Gone forever. What does that mean? The dice wanted to fly off the
I don't
table.
know.
Let's say yeah. Let's say
Okay.
yeah.
Well, you've either seen her naked, or perhaps you've been on a retreat with her at like a hot spring, or
Yeah.
for some reason you are going to notice that she has the exact same tattoo right along the inside of the curve of her hip, right where the pelvic bone meets. It's a large, stylized purple butterfly, about as big around as a plum.
What the Why would
Con, are we doing this? Are we getting him out of here or what?
is it was Marisol, right?
Marisol Wen.
Is Hauser and Marisol they have brain activity?
They have brain activity.
Shit.
Do you say anything to Alistair?
Does she look familiar? Come here.
What? We got a job. Oh, fuck.
Right?
How many other names do we recognize?
Out of that, well, I mean, you didn't recognize any because you didn't really look it up, but looking around, you are going to see that... do you take some time to go look at the other ones?
After
Yeah.
seeing this, yeah, we'll clean the placards, and because it's a little weird, just a little bit.
Okay. You are going to see that there are a couple of others around the way. You are going to see that there is a First Nations person in one of them. The name says Darren Smoke. Brain activity. He's pretty fit. He must have only been here for maybe 5 years, 10 at the most.
No brain activity, or he does?
There's brain activity in that one.
Oh,
There's no brain activity in one one called Dylan Carter.
These names aren't ringing a bell.
There's another one called... There is another one called Millicent O'Connell, and another one called Chad Harkins. That have brain activity.
Well, we got to get her out of here. Might be worthwhile getting the others out.
This wasn't just a snatch and dash. Now we're dealing with Is there any way to... Is there any way to communicate with them? Like, do they have, like, big, like, ghost in
Yeah, they do have tubes, and they do have their eyes covered by visors that looks like they're flashing and flashing some type of lights in front of them. For a moment, you flash back to the Street Fighter movie and what they did to Blanca in that.
Wow, that's a
deep cut.
Have you ever seen the Street Fighter movie, Alistair?
No.
Oh. You should. It's terrible.
How I'm gonna start trying to figure out if I can open one of these things or get somebody out. Let's just pick one of the random ones other than...
Hold your horses.
We can't be here long. This is
Why?
already such as fuck. Like, what the... Like, we need to get out of here. And I think we need to make sure that she gets out and
Why
he
are you
gets
being
out
so
because
scared?
we can
They've
question
been here
her
for
later.
decades. Well,
This
some
place
of
is
them.
going to be demolished soon.
Yeah, but
Look,
not like
if something
now.
fishy is going on, we need to find out, and we can interrogate her for that. Maybe get one of these other
The
people
number
out.
of
We can still get
assets that
hosered.
we have underground here calls for a more measured response, my dear level-headed brother.
Okay, so what do we do?
I think Donovan would know the safest way to extract those that are still living. I mean, we could just literally break the tanks and pull them up and hope that they don't die as we drag them out. Or we can ask Donovan and we can actually get them out of here alive.
Constantine, and what if Donovan has also been replaced? What if everyone else is... I think you and I need to deal with this on our own.
Did you find a clone of yourself somewhere over there that I didn't see?
No, but this is... Do you think something like this is limited only to this?
Okay, Google, record video.
Recording video now.
You know what? I'm gonna... Fuck.
I'm going to try to... I'm going in. Watch my back.
What are you doing?
Don't worry about it.
Of course I'm worried about it. You're doing it.
Oh, it always hurts. It's like when you don't have an earring and like a piercing and it like heals over.
I don't think you have a cyberjack in your head.
Sure I do. No, I'm pretending I do for Alistair's sake.
Ah, I see.
And I'm just going to try to see if there's any hard lines into any of the tanks.
Through the central
I'm
console,
going to
there is.
pretend to hack to impress him.
Well, here's where things get really wild. There are two ways that you can access things. Three ways, actually. You could use the computer skill. You could also try to project yourself in. Correspondence will do it, mind will do it, and forces will actually do it. If it is the digital web. And this is a sub-realm of the digital web.
Okay, I'm going to use forces.
Okay. So I want you to make me, this is going to be Forces 2, just to project yourself in, basically connect it to you, and please do me a favor and give me this at a difficulty of 4. Because there is actually a headset
the worst
at
that could
Central
happen?
Console.
I'm not
So-
even spending willpower.
The Central Console here is shaped like a scorpion. It reminds you, for those of you who are film buffs, of a very mobile version of the engineer with the space jockey's chair from the original Alien movie. And as you lean into it, you can pull a helmet down over your perceptions. How many successes did you get?
1 success.
All right. As you plug in, you are going to see the room around you is going to fade away. As it glows into a bright, blazing white light. You're in a pure, white, sterile room. There is nothing here except for 5 people sitting in their corners. At least you assume they're corners. They're leaning up against something. You're standing in the central area. There are glass or intangible boxes that they're sitting in. You see all of them. You're not sure they can see you, or they even notice you're here. What do you do?
I'll just go to the nearest one and wave.
Okay. All right, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, the nearest one to you as you do this is going to be Millicent O'Connell. Millicent O'Connell looks to be about 75 years old in the tank, but this version of her is in her early 50s. She still has red hair. She has well-painted fingernails. She's dressed in a 1990s, late 1990s power suit with the big shoulders. And you remember seeing her around your father's office from time to time. You approach. What do you do? Do you bang on the wall?
Because they're each in kind of their own
Yeah, their own little
transparent.
cube. Yeah.
Yeah, I'll try to get her attention.
Hello? Who's there?
Hello?
Who's there? She scrambles to her feet.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. I can hear you. I can hear you. I can hear you. I can hear you.
Are you? Can you see me?
I can see that someone's standing outside of the cage, but look, okay, I don't know how long I've been down here, but I have a family at home. I have a son, and I have.
Have you been trapped in this the whole time?
I don't know what the whole time is. Oh, whoa. Is it? It was March 23rd. What day is it?
It's May. We're getting you out of here.
I'm sorry. I shouldn't have said anything. I never meant to cause trouble for you or any of the Bruces or any.
I'm gonna walk away in the middle of her groveling and find milk.
He's sitting there wearing a Half-Life 2 t-shirt. Cargo pants, flip-flops with no socks. The one benefit of his outfit, really.
It's my roommate from college.
His hair is long and greasy and tied back in a ponytail.
So why are you so important, Mr.
Hello?
Hi. Do you know why you're in here?
Yeah, I learned some stuff I wasn't supposed to.
Do you know what? So I'm guessing all the others are here because of the same?
Others?
Oh.
Who else? Who else is
It's
here?
translucent from your end.
Yeah. Yeah, I did a...
Do you know anything about the system that you're trapped in?
What? What do you mean, man? I'm just in a room.
Why were you put in here?
Because I found out some surveillance projects that were being done, and I was going to leak them to the CBC and to the Sun.
And then they brought you here.
Yeah, I'm waiting to get interrogated. Look, I shouldn't have done it. It was just unethical shit that they were doing, man. Like, I get it. I never should have violated my NDA. But, like, you can't hold me like this. This is against the charter. This has got to be illegal, man. And I know that shit doesn't mean anything to people like you, but, like, man, just let me go. I don't know shit. That, like, without my computer, I can't do anything.
Can I try to break his barrier?
Sure. You could just disengage it from the system.
I can?
Yeah.
Oh, because
you're in the system. You're in admin control right now. It's not even password protected from the mainframe. It's that old. Or maybe it is. Who knows? But you're not having any trouble. As you are doing that, you can see that there are two options, basically. You can turn off the system, or you could do a tube purge.
A tube purge.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it would totally clean the tube out and would recycle all organic matter for use in feeding the other people in the tubes. Waste not, want not.
If those are the only two, would I know if it's like a Matrix thing and they're going to get unplugged and then they die?
Some of them might, if they're particularly old and the life support turns off, yeah, that might kill them. But then again, unplugging them at all will probably kill them. Doesn't matter if Donovan's down here. You're pretty sure that no matter what, Millicent's dead. The other
Also,
four,
it's
though,
a matter of their physical health, not necessarily.
Yeah, you don't think their mental health is... I mean, they're going to have some problems no matter what, but you think they'll survive them.
All right, let's get them all unplugged. And before I escape the
Cerebro, yeah.
Cerebro, I'm going to do that for all of them. And if that kills some of them, then they're still free.
All right, unplugging that. We are going to cut back to the room. As Alistair, you watch 5 of these tubes start to drain.
Oh, Jesus, fuck.
And I think that's where we're going to call your scene. As we head back into the trip, we find all 3 of you standing together. You're standing at the base of an immense tiered pyramid, a ziggurat. And above it, looming over you, is an immense, giant, dripping eyeball. It leaks tears in a river that flow in psychedelic rainbow undulations. You will recognize that it is the bright blue with little gold flecks of Miles Brody's eyes. A voice echoes around you. Hey. Answer me this. Do you want me? Or do you just want what I can do for you? The eye rotates and looks down at Clarissa, Donovan, and Angela.
Why do they have to be exclusive?
Oh, that's some beautiful spin.
We've partied before, Brody. Yeah, I want to use what you can do. Doesn't mean I don't want to spend time with you too. Right now, yeah, you have something that I need, but I also think you're pretty cool as a person.
Seems like Angela didn't have a very good time on her trip. I'm sorry about that. Sometimes they are a little rough at first. Angela, if you would trust me, take my hand. And out of the ziggurat, a giant hand is going to push up through the bricks and slowly make its way toward you, covering so much space as it does, and yet getting smaller and smaller until it is the size of a normal hand as it reaches you.
Is that all we have to do?
Just come with me. I'll take you somewhere nicer. Come on.
Man,
I'll even let you pick.
I just really want to go home.
Baby girl, you gotta ride this out. But we can ride it out together, all four of us.
Yeah, what's going on?
You guys are high
We
as
gotta
fuck.
finish.
Oh, all right.
You gotta
Hmm.
finish the trip.
Oh, are we still on the trip? Oh, okay, that makes sense. Okay.
So, I don't know where this is gonna go, but if you trust me, I'll let you pick the way. We can go to the Velvet Hall, where the walls are living skin, and everything feels like butter. We can head toward the confessional, or we'll lie on pillows and we'll talk about secrets and share them like they're Pokemon cards. Or we can go to the Whispering Sheets and let other things do the talking until we wake up. Or if you're real brave, we could reach the apex together. But it is a scary fucking place, kid. What do you say?
Just no more memories.
Okay. Somebody pick a way. I'm too fucking high to pick.
The pillow sounds nice.
I was gonna say pillows
Yeah.
sound great, not the wall of skin.
Flesh, yeah, no, I deal with it. I mean, it's whatever, but I deal with enough flesh at work.
Hey man, the confessional has memories though. That's what she doesn't
What is the
want.
apex? What is that? What is the apex?
That means we all drip together. And then there aren't going to be four of us. There's going to be one of us on the way out until this ends. What?
Not with my brother.
Okay. So I guess you don't want to go to the neon orgasmic web.
With you, not with him.
He could be in the same room.
Look,
I don't need. I really don't want to hear that. Just saying.
Memories. Just maybe some happier ones.
Let's go find the happy together. Would that be okay?
Clarissa's gonna try and like reach out for Angela's hand to like give her a reassuring squeeze.
No, Angela's not gonna move. She'll let it happen. She'll probably look over in Clarissa's direction, kind of startled.
The eyeball is going to drip down into a pair of eyes. And sitting on a footstool in front of you, not a ziggurat, is Brody. You ready to go?
Mm-hmm.
Let's get the fuck out of here. And as he says that, I think that's where we're going to call game for the night. As you all make your way through the psychic planescape, that you find yourself back toward the surface. And the rest of you, the two down beneath Burnaby, start making your way northward, or upward, I should say, with some of very, very weak, very, well, dehydrated bodies that you found there. But I think that's something we'll have to check in on next episode. So congrats, guys. You did it. You succeeded a vision quest, you fought a tiger, and you found a minor conspiracy.
Minor, he says.
Minor.
Yeah. Yeah, it is. You know,
It would have
the
been a
tech-
major conspiracy if all the people down there were like extra Bruce clones.
Yeah, no, that's next season.
Oh.
Yeah, I got to build that up. All right, folks, I loved you guys this episode. You guys did absolutely amazingly. Quick debrief. I want to just check in. First of all, thank you, Patreon, for supporting us and for everything. I'll give a quick shout out of the Patreon names later, but I just want to say, does anybody want to say anything about particularly the psychic scenes? Does anybody want to do a debrief or talk of any quick stars and wishes, things that you wish could have gone better, things that you particularly liked? Just anything that anybody wants to get out to feel better about anything that was particularly heavy.
I thought it was pretty good.
You feel
I think I got off easy, though. I got off easy.
It helps when you have the nature mad scientist.
Oh, yeah. I'm just like, oh, yeah. I played right into that.
Yeah, you did.
Ah,
How are you doing?
you thought that I cared for
Oh, I'm
you.
great.
Did you?
I'm great.
Dr.
Yeah.
Jones?
Well, just want to double check. Too,
I
'cause,
appreciate you.
Yeah,
checking.
you're-
I know you're always taking care of everyone else and making sure
Aw.
we're doing good, but I don't imagine that was always easy either. So just
It
wanted
was
to double
easy
check,
so
make sure you're
long
doing
as I saw you guys smiling.
Yeah.
See, the thing is,
Mm.
I could see Robin reacting to some of those in her eyes with a little bit of joy before the rest of the acting kicked up.
Yeah.
And that's how I knew, because I trust you guys to tell me when it's too far.
Mhm.
Okay. And I want you to know, and you should all know, that I love you incredibly much, and that anything I say in that is in character, and that is me basically just giving you some emotional damage to experience. But when it's over, it is just a game we're playing, and that I don't actually feel any of that stuff in reality. None of the bad stuff, anyway.
Oh, so you don't think I'm a monster? I'm kidding.
Oh, I think that. I just don't think that you don't care. I think that you definitely care that you're a monster. I think that you get off on it. All right, so I love y'all, and I love you for watching. Everybody, do me a favor. The chat bought you 1 XP last time. I did a stream where people spent XP on it. So you're going to gain 1 extra XP tonight. I'm going to give you 4 XP because of all the hard role playing, which means that you're going to net
dang.
5.
Oh,
time to spend.
5 beans. Yeah, we need to spend
5.
some.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
anybody who thinks that their trip would make them want to change their nature or demeanor, consider that.
Ooh.
Definitely have to think about that.
Yeah.
Also, for going along with the flow and being a visionary who thinks there are better things for the technocracy, I'd like Alistair and Constantine to both gain a willpower back
Oh,
for
thank
following
God.
your natures.
All right.
Oh. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, remember that actually happens in systems. And while you guys are thinking about experience
Wait.
expenditures,
Question.
Yeah.
What's the amount for a it's or enlightenment times what?
8.
I need all right. I need to spend okay, I need a little bit more.
So, and remember that we're using times the rating that you currently have. So, if you are trying to buy up to a level 3, you multiply by 2. Because you
I'm gonna
have a
need a
2.
cheat sheet for all this later.
You're talking about
we'll talk about it. We'll talk about
Oh,
it.
I
right?
have one. I can send it.
Yeah, do it.
Oh, that'd be
All right.
great.
So, folks, big thank you to everybody who supports us on Patreon, starting with our divine producers, my parents, and Shikon Day Vermilion and Soul Omen, our demonic producer, Sorcerer Sanguine, our wizards of the Patreon, Tammy the Forever Cleric, the Ink Goblin, Karasha Urquhart, and Big Nut, our monster maker, Larook, and our High Council, Taryn, Amberthist, Raven with Baubles, Chef Aladeth, Brian Kaler, Nerdy Metal Gent, Grumpy Owl, Nihilist, Cookie Mon Steve, and Iron Warrior X, and a falling coaster. All right, and I think that's where we're going to call it for tonight. Thank you so much for tuning into this episode of Mage Technocracy Dominion. I absolutely adore you all, and I hope that you stick around for next game. We'll be back. This week actually is the premiere of Mage Bedlam, which is a 1920s game that you'll see Traz in down there. But we'll talk more about that as we get closer to it on Friday. In the meanwhile, stay safe. Don't take super ketamine, and we will hopefully not see you in a vat. Good night, everyone.